Hey, off here. Welcome to Hoffcast. How's everyone doing tonight? Um, that was a different intro song than usual. I didn't choose that. That was a little bit more like calm. I kind of liked it. I kind of it made me feel a little bit more at ease instead of like it used to be like the countdown used to be bum 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 ba-da-dun, dun, 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 ba-da-dun, dun. And now it's just like ba-da-dum, dum, ba-da-dum. So that's cool, man. I like that. I didn't pick that, but I'm cool with it. Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? Cheers. Welcome to episode 184 of Hoffcast, the show where we discuss current events, theories, and laugh at the insanity of the world. I'm your host, Hoff, and it is February 25th, 2025. And we're presenting to you from Columbus, Ohio out here. We're going to have a good one tonight, bosses. I want to appreciate y'all and say thank you if you're watching. So, and the cat is learning about, cat is, cat's new around here. Cat's learning that the world is his. So now cat is like Dale Pringles, Mr. Pringlesworth. He's like, hey, I own everything now. And I'm cool with that. Not only that, but I've had this set up for a minute now. But tonight, I have a table here. You can't see it because the camera's on it. But I have a full table. It's one of those fold-out ones, man. And it's pretty luxurious. Like, I've had this table for years, and I don't know why I never thought of using it for Hoffcast. I guess because I'm always just trying to set up quick and whatnot. But the reason I have this table out is because I got into some iRacing this past week. I started iRacing there a couple weeks ago. Do you know what iRacing is? It has nothing to do with races, like racism or anything. It has nothing to do with that. It's online racing, and it's like a simulation. So everything is super realistic, and I got addicted to it. If you didn't know, a little thing about Hoff is I love racing. Of course, I wore the NASCAR stuff. I wore NASCAR stuff a few times on the show, and so I just got the new PC. Of course, this is where the new layout is. Why we have the table here and everything. And so I decided to get into iRacing, and immediately I'm like, I need a steering wheel. I need to get me one of them steering wheels. You know what I mean? And so and pedals with the gas and the brake and the clutch. So that's what I did the other day. Is I went out and I bought. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should at Hoffcast, I didn't go out and buy. I just sat at home on my caboose, and I just ordered off Amazon, and it only took like 6 hours to get here. It's like, holy moly! I was like, of course I'm gonna get this. It's gonna be here in 6 hours. Yeah, I want to race today. And guess what? I got it all set up. It's a lot of fun. If you're into iRacing, let me know. I'll meet you out on the track, baby. We can run, we can, I'm traveling down the road and I'm flirting with disaster, that kind of thing, a little bit of, sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue, little Talladega Nights, I'll go Ricky Bobby on you. If you ain't first, you're last, you know what I'm saying? And, but anyways, I'm into iRacing, and we got this table now, which the cat, just wants to just be up on top of but the cat can't be on top of the table because there's too much going on up here. I got a keyboard. Oftentimes the cat will step on the keyboard. So yeah. But anyways, this is very nice. It's luxurious. I feel very good about the thing. I think I want to keep this from here on out. I'm not sure about this cat though. I'm just kidding. I'm keeping the cat. I'll say hi to the chat, but I just want to say hi to Mitz real quick. Just stopping by to drop off a like. I wish you could stick around, watch more of the show. I know it's a little bit late for some people out there, for sure. It's 10:30 on a Tuesday, no doubt. If you got stuff to do, I get that. But I appreciate the comment. Regardless, hit the thumbs up button while you're at it, Mitz. While we're here, Tony Nasser, what's up, Manasseh? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. My man Jim, how you doing, buddy? I feel like long time no see. Maybe we can hang out later. You can join the show later on. My man Big Buds, what's up, bud? How you doing, man? Always good to see you too, buddy. And I hope everyone else is doing well that's watching out there. Make sure you comment, make friends in the chat. There's a lot to talk about tonight. We're gonna have a fun show. We're gonna just start off with just me chatting for a minute, just about like my day, basically. Oh, Hoff, your day. Geez. Dude, I don't want to hear about your day. No, it was a fun day, man. So I went to, of course, if you guys know, like if you know me, like one of my favorite bands is Starset. I got posters up here of Starset. I'm wearing a Starset hoodie. I got the Starset lanyard, hat, album right there. I'm a huge fan of the band Starset. If you've never listened to them, you need to listen to them. If you don't get it, well, then I don't know, man. Maybe it's just not for you, and I understand that, but I don't think they've written a bad song yet. So anyways, I'm like a super fan. I've seen them live, like we're going on 15 to 20 times at this point. It's getting rough. I don't even like to admit it. And in terms of VIP and meet and greets, I'm on like 5 or 10, not 10. I'm around 5, 6, I'd say. Yeah. But anyway, so today I got to go and I paid. I didn't get to. I paid to go. See them do an acoustic set and do like a meet and greet thing where they get to sign a bunch of stuff. They sign my album. I got this cool lanyard. They always this is like my 5th lanyard, man. I got a collection of lanyards. I want to frame them, and it was awesome because I've seen them do acoustic a few times, and I feel like they've gotten a lot better at it, especially if they're going to do a whole tour that's just acoustic and not just like your VIP opening up for the show. But it was a lot of fun, and I got the cellist to sign my hat right there. The cellist, only the cellist signed my hat. I felt like it'd be an understated, like a fun thing, so I like that. But the rest of the band signed, the whole band signed a couple of my album covers here. That's a shiny one. It's hard to see, but that's why I like it. And yeah, it was a fun time. So check out Starset. I got, in fact, a big reason I'm mentioning this is because my new cup, my new official Hoffcast cup, is going to be this glass that I got just for buying a ticket to go see them. So cool there, man. My big thing is, like, does anyone know about this either now or in the future? So the cool thing about this show, whether you like the band or not, it's regardless. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a show where they get like, and this is like, I think I've been to one before, but I didn't really care to buy it. But this time I did because I'm a big fan. But they'll record the show and then you can purchase it like later, either on a CD or a mixtape or something like that. I don't know. So you basically get to purchase a recording of the show, like an audio recording, after the show, and they record and they mix it down. And they did this tonight, and they do it on a USB thing. I was like, yeah, give me that. So I got this USB drive of the show. Here's the problem. I've never seen a USB drive like this, bosses. I know. I'm getting out of touch here. I'm trying to move up into 2025. I'm still stuck in, like, I don't know, 2019 with my technology or something. I'm like Cuba. But still driving old cars because I don't manufacture my own. Anyways, so does anyone know what kind of USB drive this thing is? Like, I don't even know how to use this. I don't see a port. Maybe my new computer has a port for it. I don't know, man. But I thought it was a pretty cool thing regardless. So that was my day. I had a very good time. And again, if you've never listened to the band Starset, they are like a favorite of Hoff's. My three favorite bands, and the order can switch anytime, really, is Rush, Starset, and Coheed and Cambria. They're all up there on the walls there. And in fact, let's do this real quick. Let's do this, bosses. I got one more thing of the show. I haven't looked at it yet. I want to thank you all for being here. We have a lot for the show. Don't worry, it's not just gonna be me chatting. We have a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of stuff that's gonna be news and current events and theories and laughing at the insanity of the world. I'm just having my little moment warming up here, And I want to thank you guys for being here. But I got a poster. This was like a pre-signed poster. And dude, it was one of the, I couldn't not get it, dude, because I have a collection now of like, I don't know, at least 10 star set posters. I'm like, why stop now? And bosses, I think you guys are gonna like this thing because I thought it was sick. I can't wait to get this hung up somewhere. I'm running out of wall space, obviously, but we'll make something happen. So again, I haven't opened this one yet. I know what it looks like. Hopefully, it's in there. Yeah, there's paper in there, so that's good news. But I think you guys are gonna like this poster. It's pretty sick. And I have another poster that's kind of not the same, but like it's in the same style, but a completely different image that I've had for years from them. And this one kind of reminded me of it. Not only that, but it has the title of their first album, Transmissions, on it. So let's see if I can snake this bad boy out. I hate doing this stuff, man. Like these poster tubes makes me nervous. You got to coil it in. But I think you guys are going to like this thing when you see it. Unfortunately, I was hoping it'd be on thicker paper. But, come on, there we go. It's like, here. There we go. Look at this. There's nothing weird about this. And then it's tightening at the end. Dude, this is weird. I've never had a poster do this to me. I've never had a poster do that to me, man. It's getting thicker. It's getting thicker. There we go. Got it out of there. All right. Take a look at this. This is pretty sick. Dude, oh, come on. Dude, that is sick, bro. Come on. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get that framed up real nice. But, yeah, pretty happy about that. Couldn't pass on that one. And not only that, but I've looked at their posters online that are signed, and they go for a pretty penny. So I'm not trying to, like, buy them second market out there. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to buy on eBay this crap. I'd rather just give them the money straight up. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It's going to be a fun show. I mean, too bad people might not be watching right now because it's going to be a very fun show. Yeah, what a shame if you know, people aren't watching because they don't know it's coming. Yeah, we see who the real bosses are out here. Don't worry, I'm watching out. I'm watching. Hoff's always watching. Hoff's always watching, trust me. We'll get to that later. I'm watching, bosses. I know. Anyways. Let's see. Honestly, yeah. You guys are giving me a really rough time right now. Let me be honest, dude. You guys are giving me a rough time. I'm just trying to be out here entertaining. Well, man, we can do a show or not. You know, well, let's go. Why not? Let's do something. Unbelievable. I saw this one recently. We'll just warm up with something here, I guess. Let's see here. This is drunkest man in police history. Now, I've watched this video. The guy's
for a single vehicle rollover.
Obviously, we'll skim through some of this here.
Crash. The driver, later identified. This 24-year-old Nathan was observed by witnesses attempting to enter the highway on-ramp at a high rate of speed when he lost control and crashed his vehicle into an embankment. It's also worth mentioning that Nathan had 3 prior OWI convictions in 2 active cases, with bond conditions stating that he must not commit.
Like, that's definitely like a trustworthy looking fella right there. You know this guy's going to be...
However, that condition would soon be breached. Partners trying to help Nathan out of the truck.
What's his status?
My own.
Oh, he's the driver?
He's right,
okay.
He's right here. My fault. I got it.
Are you hurt at all, sir?
No, ain't nobody hurt myself.
Are you guys just bystanders that stopped?
Just bystanders stopped.
Okay. Was he in the truck by himself?
I got it. Sure. It ain't your problem.
You want us to help you get down there, man, or what?
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
It's my fault.
What happened?
My fault. I'll give it to you when it's respected.
Okay. Can I get you guys to wait over here, please?
Yeah. I've got my daughter in my van here. Am I able to go, just stop to help out, or do you guys need to sit around?
You're fine.
Okay. There's nobody else in the car either.
Okay.
As he spoke, the officer noticed his extremely slurred speech, his bloodshot eyes, and the strong odor of alcohol he emitted.
Now is not the point.
What's your name?
It's not the point right now.
Dude, this guy really is super drunk. What's your name? That's not the point right now. This guy has been, spoiler alert, he's been under arrest many times.
Okay, what is the point?
I'll give it to you when it's respected.
Why are you so angry right now?
We just seen the truck on the side. We just came because there was smoke, and then that guy was still in the car. And there was only a couple people.
The guy basically just ran off the road.
This is what happened.
So here's the deal, sir.
40 or 50 miles an hour, weaving in and out of the traffic.
I got cut off. This is what happened.
So here's the deal, sir.
If only that excuse always worked. I got cut off. This is what happened.
You gotta come down.
Oh, you're free to go, sir.
Obviously.
I don't know where you guys were at. We were like right next to him. My daughter called it in right away. Did you need anything from us?
Did you guys see the crash happen?
I think I'm gonna just hold it until my life gives.
What it seems like.
Here's the thing about these these body cam videos is I've watched a lot of them too, Big Buds. And you see the same thing happens every time. It's like either someone's really wasted, and I mean they're always really wasted most of the time. Or they start out really like kind of calm, and they're like really like they seem like they're gonna be all right. This is gonna be an easy person to handle. It's a nice little girl, and she's like, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. Next thing you know, they ask her a couple questions and they can't answer them because they're drunk, and then they start getting a little bit aggressive because they can't answer the questions. They have to start lying. It makes them upset, and then all hell breaks loose, you know.
Well, obviously not, right?
Let's start making moves to get down.
The crash happened.
I think I'm gonna just hold it until my life gives.
What it seems like.
Well, obviously not, right?
This guy drunk, he loves obviously.
Well, let's start making moves to get down.
Well, let's do that then.
Do it. I'm waiting on you.
It's not on me no more.
All right, bud. You need help? I got it.
Got it?
Yep, I got it.
Pretty much what I saw was he was coming right here, and he turned a little fast right here, and his tire kind of squealed, and then he ran right into the post, and then flipped over and it smoked.
Okay.
That's like me iRacing.
Christ.
You mean to help you?
No,
Yeah.
it's a $30,000, $1,000 truck, man.
There's some truck, man.
Christ.
You mean to help you?
No, it's a $30,000, $1,000 truck.
$30 $1,000 truck, man.
Jesus Christ.
You mean to help you?
No, it's a $30,000, $1,000 truck, man.
I really wish I would have named the stream $30 $1,000 truck. Man.
No, it's a $30,000, $1,000 truck, man.
He's not wrong. 30 times 1,000.
I got it after you, all right?
All right, go ahead. Want help walking out?
No. Just give me a second, man.
Give him a second, man. Come on, man. And he's dude, because he knows he's screwed. Look at the cop. He's like, what is this guy doing? Watch it.
I haven't seen my kids in 3 months.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Well, I would say there's probably reason for that. If you're this wasted in a ditch, there's probably good reason why you haven't seen your kids in 3 months. I mean, I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, bosses.
You're not injured at all? No, you're not in pain?
Look, some people would correlate as he was trying to do. I haven't seen my kids in 3 months, man. That's why I'm wasted and my truck's in the ditch on its side. But in reality, the reason he hasn't seen his kids in 3 months is because he's been doing shit like this for a long time. You know?
Pain at all?
My hands are both broken.
Doubt it.
I'm sure my forearms both broken from this fall.
Let's get you to the ambulance and the fire department will pick you up. Okay?
Is that like crap in the back of his truck? Manure! I hate manure.
The recap, he just came in.
I'm just going to skim through. It gets pretty good, though. We're not going to watch all of it, obviously. I don't even know what we're doing here.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I don't know why I'm here. But
device, you'll be restricted. It's unnecessary if you just have a seat.
You have a wrap?
The question is, what am I facing? Yeah, go ahead. For what?
You can sit down or we're going to put you in a nice wrap
For
device.
what? For what?
You're not cooperating.
Cooperating for what, bro?
Rest, you just sit in the car.
I got cut off for no reason. How is that my fault? But all of a sudden, it's my fault. How is that my fault? All of a sudden, it is, though, right?
You chose to drink and drive, though.
You're a. All of a sudden,
dude, he calls these officers. He gets really like hardcore with like the way he talks to these officers and stuff, man. Officers. But you go through it, yeah. They put him in the wrap. They get him through all that, man, and like he does a little bit of time, from what I know. There was one point that I thought was hilarious. Yeah, it was right around here. It was funny.
With the way you're tensing, and this dude went.
Look,
You got
yeah.
a problem with it? Okay, then. Shut the up. You ready for some bullshit? I'll give you some bullshit. You want some bullshit?
I would prefer not to, but it doesn't bother me at all either way.
Oh, it does bother you. I can tell it bothers you with the way you're tensing, and this dude right here. Hat, beard, skinhead, everything else.
It isn't a very good beard, I agree.
Shut the up, bro. I tried.
Dude just calls the cop a skinhead and tells him to shut up. God Ministries and Kay, what's up? How you doing tonight? Kay, feel like it's been a minute. Good to see you. Good to see you. Big Bud says, oh, here it is. I had to call the cops on a drunk lady across the street, and I want to get the body cam footage so bad. Make sure you do, man. Send it straight to Hoffcast. We'll show it on here, you know. Jim says, I watched one today. A lady was walking out of the police office, and before she got 100 yards away, she had an encounter with a cop and ended up getting arrested. Well, so it was probably my cousin. Big Bud says, I watched one the other day, and it was a mother who called the cops after finding a human. Yeah, I saw that one too, man. I did see that one. That one was wild, man. That one was pretty wild. I did see that one, dude. And the kid was all chill about it. He was like, yeah. At first, he was like, nah. And then he was like, yeah. And there's a real psychopath. He was like a Dexter wannabe, the kid was.
Bro. Right. Don't say a word to me. You a skinhead. Shut your mouth. How about that? Shut your mouth. I pay your motherfucking taxes, bro.
I pay your taxes. I don't think that's right. he doesn't pay the cops taxes. He pays for the cops through his taxes. But he keeps saying, I pay your taxes. This guy back here, he's loving it. They all kind of laugh and look away throughout it. It's pretty funny.
You want to know something to me? First of all, who are you to tense up on me? First of all,
Don't square up on me.
no, I ain't squaring up on nobody. First of all, both y'all can relax because I can pay both y'all taxes. Y'all want to
Paying both y'all's taxes out there.
pay some off. You know what? Y'all can bitch.
You guys can clear up. I think we're good. Thanks. Nope.
All right, just
You check if we called for a record yet?
Come on.
Thank you.
Call for a record. Y'all about to break.
He's probably going to refuse everything based off of what I'm gathering.
All right.
And
So
failing to maintain your truck on a
here's the thing. We're just going around in a circle right now. It's not helping
It
anything.
wasn't a circle, it was a straightaway.
No, I meant we're talking in a circle.
Sure.
That's the part I wanted to. Oh, that's the part I wanted to show. Because they were trying to like get answers out of him. And he's like, we're just going in circles now. He's like, it wasn't a circle, it was a straightaway. Watch this guy on the right.
It wasn't a circle.
in your truck on a
Here's the thing. We're just going around in a circle right now. It's not helping
It
anything.
wasn't a circle, it was a straightaway.
No, I meant we're talking in a circle.
Sure. We'll break
So
it
are you
that
gonna have a seat?
way. Should I?
I think you should. I think that's a good idea.
Is that my best?
Yeah, he ends up. Yeah, this is where you
Ticket
end
for
up.
failure to
They take
install
gold
an
from
IID
you.
device that
You start
initial-
calling people. You start speaking a lot of bad, anti-dentite sort of things. You know what I'm talking about.
It's like
I
what,
don't
a
even
2
know
minute
what's wrong
ride,
with this
dude?
guy, honestly, but he had a bad night. Now millions of people know about it. Millions of people know about it. Kate in Orlando says recouping from 24-hour rainfall. That sounds horrible. I'm recouping from 2 months of straight snow that's finally thawed out, and it got up to 60 degrees today here in Columbus, Ohio. Thank goodness, man. By the way, apologies for not doing the show on Sunday because of the weather change. I have really bad issues with my sinuses. Have for years, and when these weathers change, the barometric pressures and the winds, the shit winds start pouring in, and things evaporate and things go away, and heat comes in and rises and cold hits and blah blah blah. That does a number on Hoff here in his sinuses. He's just like, dude, there's not enough room up here for it. And yeah, I had a bad migraine on Sunday, like I did a few weeks ago, and I apologize, bosses. I couldn't even get out of bed to do a statement for anyone who would care. But yeah, that's what happened on Sunday. But yeah, Kate says, yep, pressure triggers migraines. I had my nose broke like 15 years ago, and I think ever since then, the canals aren't right up there. I think the passages are collapsed, and so things have more difficult times going around. You know, it's like trying to send a river up a mountain. It's impossible. And then you just end up with a flood and a bank, and oh geez. Not a good time. Not a good time for me anyway. I know other people get them as well, and it's not a lot of fun. Let's see what else. Let's just watch some videos here. I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. I really do. If you're here right now, you're the reason I'm still doing the show. So I want to thank you for that. Let's see, man. Let's see what else going on here. I definitely wanted to, there's a specific few videos I wanted to watch tonight. Specifically this is one of them here. Kate says, never had my nose touched, but the barometric pressure. It's not my nose. It's not like the nose. It's like the eyes through this part and then down through the cheeks. It's where all the sinus cavities are, is where I get pressure, mainly on the right side because that's where I got hit. But yeah, it's no fun. Like I don't know. I'd rather just someone slap me with a wet noodle, to be honest. So, have you guys heard the news, the big news? There's a lot of big news. Yeah, you're like, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, this is big news in terms of news and fake news and BS news. So what we have here, dude, this is just when they say the Grinch's heart grew 2 sizes that day. Well, mine did today after hearing the news. Man, it just doesn't get much better. This year is really this is going to be a great year, bosses. This is going to be a fantastic year. It already is. It's already been great, and it just keeps getting better. As long as the weather keeps getting better, the year's going to get better. Can't complain. I'm not even tired of winning yet. I'm not tired of winning. Okay. And this is the most satisfying video of the day. Joy Reid weeps after being fired from MSNBC. If you don't know who Joy Reid is, good for you. I mean, seriously. I mean, I wish I didn't. When you want to talk about evil and demons and the people who live with hatred in their hearts for others. And you can tell it. You can tell it in their face. You can tell it in their eyes and their skin. What was this with the whole thing? I wanted to find this real quick. I think this is if I can find what it is. I think like Shel Silverstein or something like that. Some kind of BS like that. Yeah, this one right here. I wanted to show this because this is important. This is very important, bosses. If you haven't seen this before, this is super important. Well, I tried. Show me the image. I just want to look at the image. There we go. All right, share this tab instead. So here's what's important, bosses. And you'll see what I'm saying here. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it says, if a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on the face. And when that person has ugly thoughts every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until it gets so ugly you can hardly bear to look at it. A person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and stick out teeth. But if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams and you will always look lovely. So you're saying, Hoff, what does that have to do with anything? Well, I'll tell you. When you look at someone like Joy Reid here, you can tell that they have bad thoughts every day, every week, every year, and it shows through them and they become an ugly person. And she's been an ugly person for a very long time. And I don't mean like her. I don't mean literally like, I'm not trying to talk down about the woman. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out here trying to shame someone for their looks. What I'm saying is you can tell by these people the stress they put themselves through because of the lies that they do constantly. And then eventually you get fired because DI. And we threw it out, huh? That's nice. Yes. That's a win. I love it. So let's look at this bitch cry.
My show had value and that I'm sorry. That
crocodile tears.
That what I was doing
because they are lizard people.
Had value. Value. And in the end, I'm sorry, I try not to cry on TV. And I think this is kind of like me on TV. So I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is,
should say Karen?
I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there and she's been texting me as
of course course she's friends with someone named Karen.
Well, and so what I will just say is that in the end, thank you. Where I land is that the moment that of guilt that I felt, that I went hard on so many issues, whether it was the Black Lives Matter issues of a young.
Yeah, okay, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Make sure you hit the old thumbs up button on your way out if you didn't already. Appreciate that. I'm having a rough one. I'm having a rough go out here tonight, bosses. Tough crowd, but I appreciate everyone that's here.
Young baby or a mom or a dad that was killed, or when
I feel like I'm a comedian bombing on stage right now is how I feel. Like that's literally how I feel. I feel like oh, it's not a good feeling. I'm just being clear with you, and I'm pushing through this one.
We opened up people's eyes to the fact that Asian Americans were being targeted, and not just Black folks, that or went hard for immigrants who've done nothing but come to this country like my parents did and try to make a life and defended them. Or whether we've talked about what the president is doing that is subversive to the Constitution, that is injurious to our liberty.
You know what's subversive to gravity is your earrings. How the hell are your earlobes? How are they just not ripping right through them? You got some thick lobes, lady. I don't think that's natural.
Defending.
You know what I'm saying, bosses, allegedly lizards.
Books that people find inconvenient, that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into our spirit, that we need to understand 1619 as the real founding of this country, whether it's talking about any of these issues, and yes, whether it's talking about Gaza and the fact that we as the American people have a right to object, to little babies being bombed. And where I come down on that,
I have the right as an American to not object to that. Huh? How about them apples, Joy? What if I am not for it, just to be clear, but it's my right as an American.
I'm not sorry. I am not sorry that I stood up for those things, because those things are of God. God,
what? You keep my God's name out your motherfucking mouth, you demon. You keep my God's name out your motherfucking mouth.
I'm a church girl too, and those are the things.
You are a whore demon.
Things that I was taught were of God, and so I'm not sorry. I'm just proud of my show.
Of course, you're not sorry, because you're not a Christian and you don't actually follow God, and you're not sorry, you're not apologetic, and you're proud. Those are two things demons do.
Show had value, and that
the only value that had is when he was DEI. Look at this. Oh, dude. This is just it's so good to see.
I'm sorry.
I'm drinking our tea.
That what I was doing had value. And
you got your comeuppance finally, bitch. That's what happened.
In the end, I'm sorry. I try not to cry on TV. And I say this is kind of like me on TV, so I apologize. And then it mattered. I see Karen is there, and she's been texting me as well. And so what I will just say is that whether we've talked about what the president is doing, that is object to little babies being bombed.
Yeah, okay, we already watched it. But yeah, okay. So yeah. Having a very, very tough time powering through this one, bosses. And I guess we'll keep going. Very tough time. Cat, put you on the ground. There you go, softly. I mean, I could have just threw him up in the air, and like I hear cats always land on their feet, but I don't want to try that. I don't think that's humane to animals. I really just don't think that's humane. I hear that's the way it goes. Like if you lick the bottom of a turtle and you throw it to the ceiling, it'll stick like a suction cup. Like. All right, so this is, I mean, of course, Rachel Maddow calls her own network racist for tossing black person Joy Reid out, like an old bag of moldy tangerines. Yes, I did two UHF references in less than a minute. Sue me. All right. But anyways, this is, how can anyone listen to Rachel Maddow anymore? I don't understand, like, period. Like, how does this woman have a show? I remember back, like, when I was very skeptical about things, which I still am, obviously, but like I would listen to the mainstream media a little bit more and see if they had something. This is like when Russiagate was still plausible, and it's not anymore. And it turns out that like they lied about that for years, and then none of it's true. And then this man lady still has a job. I don't know what you'd call this person. I don't even know what Rachel Maddow is. A lizard person, allegedly. Again, just like you can tell, dude, they don't look like me and you. These people don't look like me and you. They don't act like me and you. They don't have any shame. They have no truth in them. They got no honesty. They are just literally there to control you and to lie to you. I swear. And I'm not saying it doesn't go for Fox News either. Don't think I'm an idiot. I'm not. Okay. But I'm saying when I started waking up to things, red pilling, dude, the left is just evil, 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 man. And when it came to like Rachel Maddow, she was like, we're going to show we got Trump's tax returns. Remember when she did that like 4 years ago or some crap like that, like 4 or 5 years ago? She said, we got Trump's tax returns. It's probably longer ago than that. It's probably like 7 years ago. Yeah, I think it was more like 7, maybe 8 years. Holy crap, bosses. Time flies. It's probably like 8 years now. Rachel Maddow was like, we got Trump's tax returns. And she had a page and a half and it had nothing on it. And then at the end of the show, she had to be like, yeah, we had nothing. And she didn't really literally say that. It was just all a bunch of fluff. This lady is a lizard person, allegedly. But it always comes down to racists and Nazis and blah, blah, blah. It never boils down to the fact that maybe nobody likes you. Maybe you're not good at what you do. And even Joy Reid herself said that the only reason, I wish I could find the clip, but I'm not going to take the time to do so. I mean, she's not worth the time. Said that she wouldn't have a job without, what's it called? Affirmative action. So you tell me, bosses, is a DEI? Are these people competent? Are they liars? Are they lizard people? Allegedly. Maybe, not really, but I'm just throwing things out there. Theories, laughing, that's what we do here. Cheers. These people, they just, night after night, they just keep going on TV and lie to you, dude. Night after night after night. And Hoffcast comes out here like once a week, tries to tell you the truth, and nobody watches. It's ironic how that works, right? They want to put me down in the dirt hard. So if you're watching right now, hit the thumbs up button for me because I'm struggling out here, man. It's not easy being Hoff, dude. It ain't easy being me, man. I'm out here trying to like give you guys the medicine with a spoonful of sugar to take it down. And I feel like I should get a Nobel Peace Prize for it. But no, really, honestly, I'm just asking for a thumbs up and that's about it. But let's get back into this crazy, she looks like she should be a magician, which, I mean, they are technically. Some of them are. But she looks like she's about to pull a rabbit out of anyways, yeah, she's like the straight she's like the straight version of David Blaine.
An even bigger programming change is at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight.
The Readout. There's two things about Joy Reid. Her name's completely false. She's not full of joy, and she can't read the news. You know why? Because you don't tell news.
And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether.
No, she was fired. You fired. She's fired. They always try to like spin it into like, well, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. You can't fire me. I quit. You know, you can't fire me. I quit. I'm never coming back. Where are you going to get a job? Nobody wants to watch you to begin with. The only reason you had a job is because they propped you up there. And you know who's next? This crazy alien lizard reptilian bitch that you're looking at right now, this dyke ass motherfucker, allegedly.
And that is very, very, very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been
51. You look like you're 23.
Gainfully employed since I was 12.
Bullshit. What does that mean? Were you on the street?
Had so many different kinds of jobs, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But in all of the jobs I have had.
Exactly. Hand of Seeds. When hookers fart, they. Exactly. That's what I'm saying about Rachel Maddow. What was she doing out there at 12? Is that why she wanted rights? I can't go that far. I can't go. I was about to make a joke. I cannot make that joke. I love this gym. Yeah, ironic that she was fired this month. You know, it's not a good month, you know, for the people who look. I think I've made it very clear on this show that I don't dislike anyone who is of color or who is trans or gay or from a different country or anything. I think I've made it clear that I do not think that. What I don't like are agendas that push these people. These are the racist agendas, you know, and half the time, if I was one of these people, let me tell you, I am one of these people. I'm a white person. I don't like the way the white people are talking about white people. If I was a black person, I wouldn't like the way these black people are talking about black people and the trans people, man. The trans people have been marching down Columbus, Ohio tonight. I don't even know if they're trans. There's probably like 95% of them aren't trans. They're just a bunch of white people who are rich and they got nothing else to do because their life, they don't have to think about making their next paycheck because they don't work. So what do? They go out on the street and they make a little sign and and it's the only thing that makes them feel like it gives them purpose of their life because nothing else really freaking does. You know, and you know me, you know, Hoff, I hate protests. Do I think you have every right in the world to do so? Yes. Yes, of course. Of course. We live in America. You can protest all you want. You can waste all your time and money that you want because you got enough of it. The rest of us out here, we're struggling. We're trying to make ends meet. We ain't got time to go out there and worry about protesting who I can and can't. They said, you know, we're losing our rights. They say trans people are losing their rights. Listen, I have trans friends. Seriously. I respect trans people. Look, I'm not woke, but I'm respectful. And I think that's good enough. Okay. But I do have a couple trans friends, I guess, if you want to put it that way. At least one that's actually trans. And love the guy, love him. And he doesn't seem to want to be represented by these people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the real ones, they don't seem to want to go out and parade. They want to be left alone. They want to just do their own thing, and that's that. The rest of these people, they're just a bunch of rich kids that don't even, they're like, I'm fighting for a cause. I'm going to change the world. This is the new way. Like we all have to be accepting and equal. No, we don't. We can work towards equality by bettering yourself, not trying to make excuses for other people. Huh? Why not think about that for a second? Why don't, instead of, hey, let me work for NASA just because of my skin color, why don't you actually do the work, you know? Actually get good enough. And I think that's the problem. And this whole thing, man, like this whole DEI thing, I've been talking about DEI way before. I remember 4 years ago, I was talking about DEI on Hoffcast. Again, I get the boot around here, bosses. I get the boot so hard. I've been telling you guys about a lot of stuff, man. And I really, like, I'm not entitled to anything at all, period. But I've been kind of on par with a lot of things throughout the years. In fact, I really don't know anything that I've been completely incorrect about. Just to be honest with you, I mean, it's a fun ride all the time. We just do theories around here, but really, I think I was correct about the DEI stuff, and I was trying to tell people didn't even know a few years back what even stood for. I remember being on Hoffcast. I'm not trying to brag out here. I'm just telling you guys, you got to listen to me sometimes. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about, even though I sound like an idiot and I make jokes and I'm like, sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Like Alex Jones, but the DEI, I was telling you guys, it was like diversity, equity, and inclusion. And then it wasn't until like a month ago when Trump started knocking it down that people actually knew what it stood for. It was underground the whole time. Most people didn't even know why this stuff's going on. Now they're being shocked because the jobs are getting taken down. Yeah, because you shouldn't have had the job to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe if you earn the job, 100%. If you're competent, you meet the qualifications, the criteria, of course you deserve the job. But it's not just, well, the vice president is going to be a woman of color. Dude, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. This is disgusting crap, dude. That's why I can't stand the left and the Democrat propaganda and just the way they do things. It's because I want to be like them. But they are so insufferable, it makes me almost want to just go the other direction. I can't. I got a big heart. Hoff's got a big heart. That's why I don't paint a broad stroke over anybody except Mexicans. Kidding. I'm joking. Except the one that broke into my house. But I don't like to do the whole thing of like everyone's bad. I don't even think all liberals or Democrats are bad. I think the ones in the news, the media are. Once again, it even boils down to that. Like, this is the whole thing where we're having the separation of the country, is because people think you're either one thing or another. And there can be common ground. I don't see any reason why there can't be common ground. I don't see why there can't be common ground on we're being fed a bunch of lies from a bunch of people like this, you know. I don't understand it. I don't get why I mean, I do get it. There's been something either. Let me bring myself up here for a second, and I'll bring that crazy dyke back. There's been something pushed into us that makes us feel like we have to be tribalistic, like especially when it comes to like so many people are fans of sports teams, myself included. I don't feel like I'm as hardcore. I love my team, the Columbus Blue Jackets hockey team, but I don't like. You remember when one of those football teams won a championship a couple years ago? I think it was Philly or something like that. And then like there was people like eating literal poop off the sidewalk because they won. Like they won, and they're like, this is the stuff I don't understand. Like I don't even understand that if that was like, oh, I dare you do that on a bet if your team loses. No, their team won, and someone was eating crap, poop, feces off of a sidewalk, and I'm pretty sure it was Philly. They're just a couple years back, and so I'm not that kind of sports fan, but that's the kind of dedication in the worst way that people have to sides, left or right, red or blue, when it comes to politics and stuff. It's the same mentality as a sports team. It's like, I gotta fight for my team. I'm diehard for my team. You know, people are dug in. And I felt like I used to play for a team, man. I really did. And I left that team a long time ago. I left that team whenever what's up, Dale? Making a cameo. I left that team when that team told me I started to have I had to hate kids because of the color, because they're wearing a certain hat. Children, you know, they said if a child wears, not even an adult yet, if a child wears a red hat that says "Make America Great Again" on it, you should hate that child. And I'm like, I'm done with this. That sounds like some kind of regime I'm not about, you know? And then people want to say Trump's like that. People want to say that. I don't know, dude. I don't see it the same way at all. You know, yeah, Trump wants to deport illegal criminals, but I don't think it boils down to what color hat they're wearing and the media like, hey, we should hate everybody who does this. And man, you really have to blame the media on the split of the country. There's no doubt about it. The politicians, of course. I mean, of course, some blame goes on the politicians, no doubt, but the media really fuels the flames on everything. And let's see what this crazy bitch has to say. Let me say real quick here, the chat. Big Butt says, my daughter, excuse me. Everyone say hi to Dale. Dale Pringles here, Mr. Pringlesworth. My daughter's a lesbian and feels the same way. The left makes a joke of it. Of course they do. The left uses minorities. The left doesn't care about minorities the same way that Pride Month doesn't care about gay or trans people. It's to make money off you. They don't care. You think these corporations, you think Target really loves you? No, dude, they're trying to profit off you. That's what makes me sick. I think you should be an individual person, not part of a cult mentality when it comes to these things. At any point, for anybody, at any time, and they try to make it out that way when it comes to media, man. I want to say for the first time right now, I want to thank everyone for being here. It's the first time I feel like I'm not pushing through this show. I had a rough start, so if you're watching right now, thank you so much for being here. It was a rough one, so I don't even want to go back and watch the first portion of this show. It was not good. I'm starting to lose faith in myself. But anyways, but yeah, it's patronizing, Big Butts. It's patronizing when you see the people disrespect what you truly believe in. And some of these people think they're actually on their side. They're not. They're not on your side. Nobody's really on your side in these corporations, no matter which end. You know what I hate to say it. Hate to break the news to you. And this is why Hoffcast gets knocked down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Hoff gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never going to keep Hoff down. Piss in the night. Anyways, but I try to tell you guys things, man. And like I said, I know I come off like an idiot half the time, which I do, but I feed you guys clues, and I hope you'll listen sometimes. And I said, not always. I can't just deep dive here on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot to say, but I can't just deep dive on YouTube because they got restrictions and whatnot, and I'm already like getting hit enough. They hit me from every side. So I try to just make it fun for everybody and talk about what I'm seeing. And speaking of fun, Laszlo Panaflex, where you been, man? I thought the bunker collapsed on you. Said, hey, Hoff and all you bosses, long time no see. I'm doing good now. That's great to hear, boss. Great to hear. Maybe you can join me during or after the show tonight. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Glad you're still alive. Like, yes, he lives the life of 10 Cloverfield Lane, if you've ever seen that movie. So I'm glad he's still alive. Anyways, let's see what Mad Cow has to say the rest
in
here.
all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid.
So, remember when I told you guys that these people will lie to your face? Well, right there's another lie. There's no way anyone could ever. Oh, yeah, because their eyes are closed.
All of the jobs I have had in all of the years I have been alive.
Look at the
there
blinking.
Is no
you ever heard that, like, when someone is lying, they blink a lot? Well, look how much this bitch blinks.
That is very, very, very hard to take. I am 51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12.
5,
and
6,
I have had
7,
so many different kinds of
8,
jobs, you wouldn't believe
9,
it if I
10,
told
11,
you.
12,
But in all
13,
of the jobs
14,
I have had, in
15,
all of the years
16,
I have been
17,
alive,
18,
there is
19,
no
20,
colleague
21,
for whom
20,
I have had more
22,
affection
23,
and more
24,
respect than Joy
20,
Reid. I love
5.
everything about her.
Yep, closed her eyes during the whole thing. 26.
Learned so much from her. I have so
27.
much more to learn from her. I do not
28,
want to lose her as a
29.
colleague here at MSNBC.
30,
And personally,
31,
I think
32,
it is a
33,
bad
34.
mistake to let her walk out the door.
35.
It is not my call, and I understand that.
36.
But that's what I think.
37.
I will tell you, it is
38,
also
39, 40,
unnerving
41,
to see that on a network where
42,
we've got
43,
two, count them,
44,
two non-white
45,
hosts in primetime.
46,
Both
47.
of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows,
48,
as is
49.
Katie Fang on the weekend.
50, 51,
And
52,
that feels
53,
worse than
54,
bad.
55, 56,
No matter
57,
who
58,
replaces them.
59,
That feels
60, 61,
indefensible, and I
62.
do not defend it.
62 blanks in a minute 22. I think I started late in that. So that's almost a blank per minute or per second. Now, it's almost a blank per second, bosses. That's pretty lying territory, if you ask me, especially when every time she said, every time she's like, I love Joy Reid. I really love Joy Reid. It was the funnest person I ever worked with, you know? Hey, these people suck, man. I hate to tell you, these people suck. They're not good. They're not out for your best interests. You know what I'm saying? They're just not at all. Let's check this out. I wanted to watch this. Why not? We're having fun here tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. I said it was a very slow start to the show, but if you're here right now, hit the thumbs up button for me. I appreciate that more than you know. Yeah, BPS, lastly, blinks per second. She was speeding. She was speeding on the BPS, no doubt. So what the hell is this? I don't know. Let me preface, bosses. You watch Hoffcast, you know I'm very critical of Elon Musk. Always have been. I always will be. I've never not been critical of him. And by critical, I mean I don't like the guy. It doesn't mean I'm a liberal. It doesn't mean I'm a leftist. I didn't like him way before the Trump stuff because he was torturing monkeys and putting brain chips in their heads. He wants to put brain chips in all of our heads with all the AI that he gathers from Twitter. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. People just don't like him now because he's associated with Trump. The lefties are just like, oh, he's a Trump buddy. We don't like. They don't know the evil that's really going on with Elon Musk. You know, it's not the oh well, he's tearing down government agencies and he's allowing people to say mean things on Twitter. No, I don't care about that. No, I care about him trying to transhumanize us all. Not transsexualize, transhumanize, which is a way bigger deal. It's the first step is transsexualize, not all the time. I'm not talking about trans people that way. Again, I'm not talking. I have no problem with trans people. Just want to make that very clear. I have a big problem with the trans agenda. Is my problem. Okay, there's two different things. Two different things. So, anyways, like now we get Elon Musk like every. I mean, if you're on Twitter, you get him like every 20 minutes. But now, like, if you're not on Twitter, you're still hearing about something he's doing. And, you know, some people say, like, well, I didn't vote for that. And some people are like, well, I did vote for that. And, like, well, I'm kind of in the boat where I didn't vote for that. You know what I mean? I'm in the boat where I didn't vote for Elon Musk. And I do think it's kind of good what he's done. I do like the USA aid thing and the being taken down. I do like calling out all these government agencies. I do like all that. I do think that's good as a conservative sort of fella, if you want to put me in that realm, I guess. I don't really consider myself a lot these days. I'm just looking at everything like, what the hell's going on? So I think Elon and Trump both do good things, but I think they all just also do bad things. They're like yin yang, you know. It's a weird. It's like they're doing something good now, but what's gonna happen in the future, and that's what you have to look out for. Regardless, not to be so deep. Before we get into it, well, actually, let me just share this. Not to be so deep, but what the hell is this? What is going on here? Elon Musk waves chainsaw on stage at CPAC. What is... Do I have to mute that?
What else is here? Well, President...
So let's rewind. Hold on, before we get any further. What is happening? Who does he think he is? Me? Why is he built like that? You know, I'm not trying to body shame anybody. But you think he could build himself a robot body that looks a little bit better than that. What is he doing, though? Like, the whole dark MAGA thing, if you guys didn't know this, like, I don't know if I completely believe this whole thing, but he's wearing the dark MAGA hat, so Make America Great Again, the black one. And people say that MAGA is the highest form of magician in some kind of something. The occult or something. And so the people think MAGA, and the dark MAGA is a dark magician of the occult or something like that. Jake might, I don't know. So I don't know if it goes that deep. I don't know if it, like, just using my instincts, bosses. Like, people, we went over the whole salute there a couple weeks back. Something tells me that this guy's evil, but not, again, like I was saying, not the same reasons we think. It's like it's flipping it on its head. It's like, I don't get why. He is definitely evil, but they're trying to make it seem like it's all good. Like, yeah, everyone, hey, you know. But I don't trust this bastard. Like, I know he's a nerd and he's on the spectrum. All right, I get that. And he's probably having a good time doing all this. He's like, yeah, dude, he's like, it's always been my dream to be on the stage. But do you really think that Elon Musk is inventing everything that he makes? Do you think he's building everything? No, of course not. Bill Burr had a great joke about Steve Jobs. You know, about like, do you really think Steve Jobs was making the iPhones? Nah, he was like up there eating a pear, and he was like, yeah, you see my my vinyl collection over here? Put it in my phone. You know, it's a great joke. I had to credit Bill Burr, of course. I'm stealing it. But Elon's not crazy. He doesn't have enough time. How many kids does he have? How many companies does he have? How much time is he spending sucking Trump's, you know? But here we go. And then we have this also, this crazy mofo that's coming up here.
Well, President Milei has a gift for me. Javier Milei from Argentina. You got
Javier Milei. This guy is crazy as he's a nut job as well.
You guys know what that is, right?
Look, what is going on? What is this? The Matrix? What is this simulation, and who's running it? These guys? What are we doing anymore?
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw of bureaucracy. Chainsaw.
How did so many women let him in there? You know, he's just in there like chainsaw. That's what he's like. Call me chainsaw, bitch.
All this gold in Fort Knox. It's the public's gold. It's your gold. So, like, I think you have like.
Hold on, we gotta watch it again. I'm sorry. By the way, this Javier Milei guy, this guy's a nut job as well. Like I was saying, this guy's cloned his dog 5 times. They're all into this biological crap. I swear, man. This guy looks like he's straight from the 70s as well. The sideburns, the hair, it's like he's gonna go on the Gong Show. Was he gonna give me on the match game with Charles Nelson Riley? Chainsaw! Dude, I do have to clip this on for the show. I have to clip this and use it. You know, like how I like to do you know, I like to do that sort of thing, or like maybe a little bit of
Shit, go ahead and slap me. Go ahead and slap me.
I need to clip this.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I really want that chainsaw. I'd love to have it on my right behind me. I'd love to have that chainsaw like right behind me on the shelf. The chainsaw of bureaucracy. Oh, dude. Chainsaw! Dude, the stick! He's a child. He's a man child. There's no way he's inventing nothing. He goes, chainsaw! Oh, he's doing his bit. He's doing like Arnold, like getting rammed up the. You know, I'm just waiting for, please, someone, Tony Nasser, if you're watching, somebody like do an Evil Dead Army of Darkness with a mashup of Elon Musk with like a chainsaw hand in the cabin. I love some Army of Darkness, some Evil Dead, man, and that's just like straight up. Yo, Sheebish. I can't get enough of it. Actually, something about me really likes this. Now that we're watching it, I know I was like so against it like 3 minutes ago, but now that we're watching it, I'm getting into it, and I'm like, hell yes, I want to wield the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Imagine how good that feels. Just a. I want a wood chipper for bureaucracy.
Chainsaw. This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw.
Chainsaw. Meow. Like Howard Dean. Meow. Like that ended that man's career. Like,
yeah, I think we should have do a tour. And the president last night was like, "That's all." I think he's in favor of it. That would be cool. And then it should be like a live tour. Like you can see what's going on. Open the door. Like what's behind.
Why are these tech guys? They're trying to be cool, man. Like him and Zuck. He's wearing a gold chain. Zuck's wearing gold chains and like t-shirts that are oversized for him. What is happening? They're trying to be cool, man. It's scary. They're trying to be cool. They're not cool. They're not cool. I think there was a comment up here. I can't read that comment, but yeah, Elon Musk is basically the kid in school that never did it, so he funneled all the anger into ruling the world. I mean, if only every one of them did that, you know. If only every one of them did that, I think. I don't know. The world would either be a better place or a worse place. I don't know what happens to these people. I don't even want to have that conversation. To be honest with you, I think we should just let that one go. I'm not smart enough for that conversation or qualified. So yeah. Let me see here. I'm going to see the chat. Jake Carr, what's up, brother? He says, I don't like Musk's beady eyes. It's like he's constantly glaring at you. His face is just condescending to look at. I think that's why he's wearing the shades now. I don't like it. I don't think his eyes are even... There might be lizard eyes or like robot eyes, allegedly. Maybe. Jake also says there's signals are called tokens. And as far as I know, what Elon did isn't one. It's normally a handshake with the thumb in between the knuckles and the index finger and the middle finger. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I mean, yeah. Everyone says there's a certain Freemason handshake that you do. Like, you go in a certain way. You know what? I'm going to say something. I shook someone's hand tonight, and I expected a stronger handshake. And I went in with a grip, and I got a real weak one, man. A real weak one. And yeah, I was very surprised about that because I feel like I almost squeezed this person's hand off that was bigger than me. And I was like, oh shit, I went too hard on that handshake. I gave him the old Trumper, the old Trump handshake. Damn, let me slam it down on you. Let me clamp you like a vice. Yeah, this is just a fellow Mason handshake telling me, hey, I'm a Mason. Nice to meet you. What if you accidentally do a Mason handshake? What if you didn't know what you were doing, but on accident you did something like that? Like just the way your hand went and someone like assumed you were, and the next thing you know, you're like in a dark room with some curtains and some flames and a goat. And you're like, well, how did I end up here? All I did was shake that man's hand, Hello. Putting off the wrong signals. It's like if you accidentally have an upside down pineapple in your shopping cart, you're sending off the wrong signals. Like next thing you know, you're like, you're swinging. I wonder if I've ever put out any weird signals that I didn't know I was putting out, because I've never intended to. In fact, most of my effort goes into trying to be as invisible as possible in public. Not at my job, not where I work, but when I go into public, I try to stay invisible, man. I don't like to deal with people too much. I know a lot of them are like NPCs, and it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I want to thank everyone who's watching right now. Really do. Hit the thumbs up button for me if you're enjoying the show. I think I'm going to do a quick intermission here. I need to go to the restroom, and then we'll continue. I got some more stuff to talk about tonight, so don't think that I'm dipping out. We got some more fun stuff for show. We'll do our intermission here real quick. Make sure you stick around. Don't just dip out. It's gonna be a quick intermission, and we'll be right back in it. And we'll be back in it harder than ever. All right. So don't dip out. Just because I'm gonna step aside for a second. Just go get some cheese. Go to the restroom if you have to go to the restroom, or just stick around and enjoy this video. Cheez-Its still will not give me money. Cheez-Its, pay me, dude. I've been telling people to eat your crackers for years now. Still can't get any money from Cheez-Its. But anyways, maybe it's because I say some crazy things. But enjoy this video. I will be right back, bosses. And this is gonna be a fun rest of the show. It's all right. I mean, it started out very slow, but we're picking up steam, and I think we're heading towards full throttle here. So thank you guys for being here. We'll be right back. Cheers. I'll have to cut that out. That's copywritten stuff, and unfortunately, it just kept playing. That song, I don't know about that song, man. But yeah, I'll 100% have to cut that one out later, unfortunately. I wish it would have just stopped after the guy playing guitar. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe I need to set that up myself, and I shouldn't blame anyone else. But I might have to cut that one. If that's the least of my worries, then we're gonna have a good rest of the show. Cheers, bosses. So let's see. To the chat here for a minute. I want to thank you guys for being here again. I really do appreciate you guys.
Hell yes.
Speaking of, crazy rich people. Let's see. Jake says, I don't overgrip the lion's paw handshake. I would say it's unwavering, not too firm, just an equal application of force. Well, I went hard on my shake, bro. And I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. I have nothing. I don't know. It's like, you remember playing them? They have them like games in bars or, just in random places where it's like, test your grip. I don't even think they have those anymore, do they? Unless you go to like a specialty arcade. It's like test your grip. They have like these two levers, and you put your hand on, and you try to squeeze real hard, and you try to get the high score of how hard you can grip. And I knew a few virgins out there get the high score, and we used to, it was fun to watch them do it. But for me, it was too much. But it's similar to that where like I didn't know if it was like there's a level of grip, like a decibel amount. Like I grip this many decibels, so I hit the Mason handshake. I don't know, man. The lion's paw. What is the lion's paw? I like that. Sounds cool. The monkey's paw is a bad thing. Laszlo says, I found a bent-up Forbidden Mason 33. See, this is why I get shadow banned, and I'm cool with it. I'm not blaming you, Laszlo. I'm saying because I talk about these things, and of course, they're welcome here on the show. I found a bent-up Forbidden Mason 33-degree ring, inquired into its origins, and was just told, that doesn't belong to you, get rid of it. What, do you live in the Shire? I love you, Laszlo. Cheers to you, brother. The one ring to rule them all. Jake says 4 to 5 shakes tops anymore, and you're dealing with a big talker. I don't shake. I'm not shaking. It's just like more, what they say at the urinal, shaking more than twice, you're playing with it. I don't, it's just like a grip and a one. It's just a one. I do a one, maybe just an up and down, just a quick one. And like I don't feel like mine's too hard of a grip, but what I'm saying is what I was given back from a grown man who was much bigger than me tonight was a very, very weak handshake, and I was just surprised by it. You don't expect the smaller guy to give the bigger guy the handshake. That's but maybe that does say something about some things. Who am I to say? Maybe I got an ego. I don't. If I had an ego, I'd get a date. Anyways, let's see. I'm enjoying the chat here for a second here. Yeah, of course, Laszlo, cheers to you. Jake says, I've only found Masonic sewing needles for clothes. Pretty weird. They seem seemingly aport or manifest out of thin air. I call a regular handshake the lion's paw, but it's the grip of the master mason. I like this, where you interlace the fingers. As far as I know, you can't do it to yourself unless Musk is saying he's a master mason. Well, I can do it to myself, dude. I've given myself the old lion's paw many a time. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. Although, let me tell you guys, if you watched last week's episode, I think I owe about 40 grand. If you guys remember the clip we were watching last week about how they're trying to find men for, yeah, well then, yeah, I think I'm like a 40 grand at this point. It's fine. They're always looking for your money. They're always looking for your money, man. So let's check this out. We're gonna go old school tonight. Hold on a second. Dang it. Don't you spill my beer. Dirty water. Do you want to stay up here? If you just sit there, you're fine. If you just sit there, you want to say something? You want to say something to the mic? What do you want to say? All right. Anyways. Cat. Jake says I'm not a handshake expert. I just know there's the elk symbol. When you make it, I don't know if we should be revealing this. But yeah, I appreciate the inside knowledge. Hand of Seed says truthfully, a weak handshake is a measurement of how much the person actually cares what you think. They don't feel like there's anything to prove, and really it's a form of dominance. This, in my opinion. Well, I disagree, because what I'm saying is you give someone a firm handshake, it's a sign of respect, and you respect the man. I see where you're coming with that. I see what you're saying. So they don't respect me, is what you're saying. If they come at me with a weak handshake, they don't respect me, is what you're saying. Oh, man, that makes it worse. I'm not saying the man couldn't have a strong handshake. I'm just saying he didn't. So, like, so I mean, I don't think it was a form of dominance. I really don't think it was a form of dominance, but yeah. Jake says someone that attempts to overpower my handshake generally tells me, trying to tell me, hey, I'm important, listen to me, I've got something to show you or offer. No, that's not what I was doing with the handshake. I just think you have a nice, strong handshake just as a man. I wasn't trying to do any of that. You know what I mean? It was just like, as a man, like if I shake a woman's hand, I give them the dainty. In fact, I lift my pinky and ring fingers up a little bit. You know, like that, so they can fit their little hand into my hand. And I just do a little up and down like that. And I hope that's not disrespectful to women. I'm not trying to be. But I'm not trying to go into a woman with a man hand like, let me break your phalanges. I'm not trying to break anyone's phalanges out here. And so, like, I go into a woman's handshake a little bit lighter, of course. A lot lighter. But a man that's much larger than me, who I respect, I'm going to go in with a strong handshake and be like, hey, I mean business. I'm not going to go in a weak handshake and make them, if they're already trying to establish dominance and I have a weak handshake and they have a weak handshake, where are we at now? You know, what do I have to prove at this point? Nothing. I'm this little bitch with a weak handshake and I am dominated. So you got to give the strong one back, bosses. You know, you don't have to be overbearing, but you give them the strong. You know, you never go weak unless it's a lady, especially if they're wearing white gloves. Oh, yeah, we all used to have fun handshakes. Yeah. Dave Diblet. Here's one of my favorite ones, dude. Here's one of my favorite handshakes of all time. Dave Diblet. This is one of my favorite videos of all time, and I've never showed this on Hoffcast because I've never had a reason to. If I can find it. I think it's a rare one. Yeah, here we go. Dibbly. This is from one of my favorite bands, Coheed and Cambria. This is an old ass video. This is singer Claudio. And this is, if you're a fan of the band, this is a classic video.
Give me. Get puppy. Don't get this son. What is up, Dave? Give me. Get my money.
Watch that again. Dave Dibley. Hold on with him.
What is up, Dave? Give me. Get back to my
Oh, I love it so much. It makes my life very, very, very good, man. It's little things in life that makes your life good, you know. Let me see here. Leslie says, hey Hoff, just saying your cat has a no, it doesn't have that stash. It's too big for that. That kind of stash is like right here. That cat stash goes out. He's black and white. He's Dale, like Dale Earnhardt. He's got a Dale Earnhardt mustache. And you're not the first person to say that, but I will disagree with you because other people said that. And there's a big thing. There's like cats that look like that person. I'm not going to say that name. I'm already struggling enough out here to get views, so I'm not trying to bring up names like that. But like that person, I can't. It's the mustache is too big for that. It is. But you're not the first person to say that. But he's more like a Dale Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt, Mr. Pringlesworth. He's in my lap right now. He does not ever leave it. Period. This cat just is glued to me. It's like a parasite. Yeah, I got a parasite. It's a cat. Jake says, but you're right with girls. I generally avoid the shake. I keep it verbal. It's normally an older country female. I keep my hand very stiff and rigid as opposed to gripping or firmness. Yeah, it's just like exactly. You just like give it like that. Give it like that. I'm not. That looks kind of weird, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, not a lot of women shake hands. If it is, you do that sort of thing. If you have a woman come at you with a stronger handshake than yours, well, then I think maybe she wants to bang you. I don't know. I don't know what I don't do. I'm the worst person to talk to about signs that women would ever give you. This has been a fun time talking about well, Laszlo says you think too hard about the actual shake. It's really about the stern gaze that you give while doing it. I agree with that. Also, if you want to really assert dominance, it's about the stern gaze you give at someone when you rip a fart. Or if you're at the urinal and you just look over at someone and stare at them in the eyes. And as a man, if your piss stream is stronger and louder, that means that you're asserting dominance over that person to the right of you, right down, that you're more of a man. And here's the thing, bosses, man. This is the real stuff here. This is what Hoffcast is all about. What I'm about to talk about right now. This is the real shit Hoffcast is all about. What I'm about to tell you about or discuss with you all. And I want to know what you guys think in the comments, because here's what I think. I had to deal with this at a job I had. In the male restroom, there were 3 urinals, right? Okay? 3 urinals. I think 1 stall. Gross bathroom, of course. Not as gross as the women's from what I hear. But anyways, gross. So there's 3 urinals, right, bosses? Let me ask you, as to the men watching, to the fellas, to the fella bosses out there. You walk into a restroom with 3 urinals. All right, say you're the first person in there. You're the first guy in there. And you see all 3 urinals. What are you doing? Are you going to go to the far one all the way to the end? Are you going to go, so you have like the most amount of room and privacy? Are you going to go to the one that's closest because it's the quickest one to get to? Or are you going to go to the middle one? The middle one blows my mind. If you're the first guy into a restroom and there's 3 urinals. That's it, 3. And you take the middle one? Let me tell you something. I got problems with you. I got major problems with you. I mean, that tells me, okay, you might want to say in the chat, oh, well, there might be a certain dominance. But do you really, even if you're a certain dominance, do you really want someone coming up and peeing that close to you? I feel like the middle urinal is the emergency one. If you're a man and there's 3 or 4 or 5, you should always go to the outside. You should always go to the outside, work your way in. You never start in the middle and work your way out. That's gay. You know, I'm not about that. I want one bathroom for men. All right? And I'm sorry, trans. That's something we have to disagree on. But you don't start in the middle as a man and work your way out at a restroom unless you're either disgusting, you don't care, or you are trying to assert some kind of gay dominance on somebody. You start on the outside and you work your way in. Ladies, everyone watching, this is just etiquette. Like I said, this is the real shit that we talk about here on Hoffcast. If you're watching right now, hit the thumbs up button. And I feel like I'm changing the world because we all have to live by these rules. If not, it's chaos. And you're like, well, imagine you're the second guy to walk in, which I've been many times. The first person walked in, there's 3 urinals. He took the middle one. Well, which one do I go to? The left or the right? Either one, I'm still there. And I'm like, well, I got no privacy and I'm right next to this guy. So it's just, and we can touch elbows. And I don't like that, man. I don't like the touching of elbows or any of that nonsense. Chill out, buddy. But anyways, yeah, I feel like as a man, to be the straightest as you can be and the cleanest, obviously, because you don't want to be, if piss is flying everywhere, you don't want to be right next to somebody in a urinal as piss is flying everywhere. You want to be farther away. So I think if you're the kind of guy who goes into a restroom and takes the middle at the urinals, dude, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. I think you should be excommunicated from society because you don't belong. You're not evolving with the rest of us out here. You don't understand. You're not living, man. You're out there. Dude, my favorite thing, actually, the ones out there living, dude, the dudes at the urinal, dude, the ones out there really living at the urinal, they're the ones, let me demonstrate for you. They'll walk up to a urinal, dude, and they'll just do this. No hands. Just straight up. You know what I mean? They'll just straight up. I've never done that. It's too risky. It's like a fire hose. You want to control it. You know what I mean? I don't understand how these people do it. Do I find it hilarious? Yes. Yeah, I think it's absolutely hilarious. But I mean, just no hands at a urinal, ladies. I don't know if any ladies are watching right now, but just for the record, like that's like a rodeo. You got to hold on for at least 8 seconds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see what the chat has to say about this. Again, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. We got some more content for everybody. What time? I have no idea what time it is. 12:09. Cool. Cheers to a new day. Let's see here. Yeah, Jake says, it depends how bad I got to pee, but generally speaking, the closest one, even though it's a little boy. So I'm cool with that. The thing is, let me tell you a little, hey, if you use the little boy urinal, all right, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. The one that hangs a little bit lower, dude, if you're like a grown man using that, that's a sign to other guys. Now, this is a sign of dominance that says you hang a little bit lower than them. You know, you need a lower, even though you're tall and you're not a child, you need a lower urinal because that's where you're at. in life. You know what I mean? And you can really use that as a form of dominance to other men in the bathroom. Just a little tip for you, Phyllis. But yeah, it's definitely a good one right there. Lazo says you stand to the nearest guy, pee into his urinal, and sternly eye him down while doing so. Well, that's not even gay. That really is just the biggest form of dominance. I mean, it could be gay, could totally be gay. But if you're not gay and you did it that way, yeah, that's a big form. Man, this has been a lot of talk about peeing in urinals for the past like half hour. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. I started out this show like, hey, why is no one watching? And I got people watching now. I'm like, what am I talking about? I don't know why anyone's watching. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Cheers. We have fun around here. We do. I really wish my picture would come up. I'd love to show you guys my picture from the show tonight. I don't think they're going to put it up, unfortunately. I think it'll be tomorrow. But I was really hoping they would. I keep checking back. It'd be fun to see that, but yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. I still got La Crosse, Wisconsin. I don't know where that's at. Let's get on to the next one. We're going to go old school, like I said here a little bit ago, bosses. We're going to go old school on this one. It's like nothing ever changes. Really. You know? It's like nothing ever changes. And here we go again. As we've done many times in the past, we have to talk about how big of an asshole Alec Baldwin is. You know, this guy, he's a menace. He's an absolute menace to society. He's a drunkard. He's an asshole. He's smug. He thinks he's way more talented and way funnier than he is, much like myself. So I think we have a lot in common. But anyways, I've not seen this video, but I think this is what it is. I think I've seen the same impersonator, and the guy's funny. He's really annoying, but he's not hurting anybody. It says Alec Baldwin threatens to threatens to get into a confrontation with a Trump impersonator in New York. Let's check this one out. Dude, it's wild how crazy these celebrities are with this stuff.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you kiss the ring. Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on. Look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay. Sure.
No, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way. No, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the ring.
You realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Be real careful.
Okay.
If there's a camera here, I snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro. That I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good.
I did see the video of this guy with De Niro. I like this guy a lot.
He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. And that's okay.
Hold on. So, wait a minute. So, bosses, let's get this straight here. As funny as that was, which it was absolutely hilarious. This guy, this kid who looks nothing like Trump, he's just wearing a wig and he's wearing jeans and tennis shoes. He's like, He's not. He doesn't even look like Trump, dude. He does a very good impression. Way better than mine. Way better Trump impression than mine. Mine sucks. I have the worst impression compared to his. I'm a loser. But this guy has a very good Trump impression. And he says all this stuff to Baldwin.
Sure.
No, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way. No, look at me. I want you to look
Yeah,
me in the
sure,
eye.
sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the.
So this guy is talking about how Alec Baldwin allegedly, took a lady out on that set of Rust there years back, and we covered that extensively on Hoffcast. Extensively on Hoffcast. For months we covered that. It was a fun time. That's why we're saying we're going old school tonight. And so now
the ring.
He called this guy, this little kid. I mean, he's a young fella, young gentleman. Looks nothing like Trump, just wearing a blonde wig. And he just making fun of Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin goes, "You got the camera on me? You got a camera on me?" Alec, dude, you know there's cameras on you all the time, dude. Are you fucking stupid? Are you the dumbest? Yeah, you are probably one of the dumbest people of all time. There's no doubt. Alec Baldwin's one of the dumbest people and one of the most evil people of all time. He's a horrible person. He has anger problems. Everyone knows that. He has anger problems. That's why he probably maybe did what he did back in the day. And that's why this guy was calling him out. And guess what? When he calls him out, he goes, "Oh, you going to call me out for killing somebody? Well, guess what? I'm going to kill you." Alleged. This is what he's saying.
Kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children.
That doesn't help your case any, Alec. Whenever you're like, "Oh, you want to call me out for killing somebody? Well, I'll kill you for calling me out for killing somebody," allegedly.
Doing great deals for the children.
Be real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me.
What a piece of shit. Alec Baldwin is like one of the biggest pieces of shits of all time. Dude, why do like they say only the good die young? Clearly, because Alec Baldwin is still alive. Mother effer, dude. I don't wish death on anyone, by the way. I'm just saying, dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, these people are assholes. These Hollywood people are assholes. Let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with some Hollywood people tonight. All right? Let's do this. If you saw the thumbnail, well, I think you know where I'm going. I want to thank Mr. Tony Nasser for my thumbnail tonight, and also the past few thumbnails. As I said recently, we've had this idea of just putting my face on whatever I think the dumbest thing of the week is at that time, and so that's what we're gonna watch here. So whatever the thumbnail is, and you see my face pasted on it, that's probably what I'm going to make fun of that week, because it's not me supporting it. It's me making fun of it. And I think it's funny if it's a parody type of thing, it's like a Weird Al, I'm not comparing myself to Weird Al by any means, by the way. He's a legend. But anyways, oh man, dude. So, well, why? I don't know why this video is so long. Let me check it out before we watch it real quick here. I think this is a fair video to watch. It's not. It doesn't go straight. I want to see a video go straight to it. No, I don't want to watch a 5-minute video. I just want to see a video that goes straight to it. That's what we're doing here. We're gonna streamline this show, bosses, and thank you for being here. Cheers. We're going to just do it streamlined. Okay, so yeah, we're getting better at this. Yep, or not. There we go. Got it for you. And then maybe we'll go back and watch the other one. Laszlo says, Tony rules. I love his tribute videos. David Lynch after his passing. Absolutely. Rest in peace, David Lynch. Also, I did want to bring this up tonight. Another legend Reggie Bannister is in bad shape right now. Reggie Bannister, if you ever seen the Phantasm movies, he has recently been put into hospice. Tony, let me know about this. Let me share this real quick here. I'm a big fan of the Phantasm movies. I'm sure you guys, probably most of you guys don't even know what they are. They're like cult classic horror movies. They're not even really horror. They're just, I don't know. They're fun. But Phantasm. I always wanted to meet Reggie Bannister. He's not one of the Hollywood celebrities like of course you haven't heard about him. He's a cult classic star, in a film series that was a saga that spanned 40 years using the same actors. And he was the ice cream man who fought the evil, the demonic presence that overcame the world. And recently he's put in a hospice and he's not doing well. So prayers for Mr. Reggie Bannister. Rest in peace, the tall man, Angus Scrim. But this is my beloved Phantasm family and friends. Most of you know, beloved Reggie Bannister was diagnosed with dementia. That's a rough one. And Parkinson's at the same time. Dang, dude. In June 2016, it's been a rough 9 years for the fella. They were able to stabilize it from these many years. Last Wednesday, February 12th this year, Reg collapsed. His condition had progressed to the next stage. He's still cognitive, so that's good, but his body is failing. It's hard to hear, man. But yeah, keep Reg in your prayers, dude. There he is. And he's just such an entertainer, such a good guy. And I always wanted to meet him. He used to do a lot of like cons and stuff, Comic Cons and everything. And I really wanted to meet him, but I don't think that's going to happen now, obviously. And that's just selfish of me to want that to happen at this point. I don't know if he's going to get better. Once you're in hospice, that's bad news. You know what I mean? But if there's any chance, 9 years of dementia and Parkinson's fighting that, like, it's just, I couldn't imagine, dude. I get a sore thumb. Like, if I stub my toe and it's sore for like 3 days, I'm like, F my life, dude. I can imagine dementia and Parkinson's for 9 years, going on 10 years. So prayers for him. If nothing else, like if this is it, hopefully just peace be with him, peace be with him. And I want to thank Reggie Bannister for all the entertainment. Cheers to you, bro. He never sold out to Disney like this next mofo that we're going to watch here. And I'm sorry I changed gears there for a second, but I really had to say something about that. But yeah, going back into like the thumbnail, if you've seen the thumbnail of the video, y'all know that we're big fans of Mark Hamill here on Hoffcast. I don't know. Not really. I like Luke Skywalker. And of course, like Mark Hamill, he's recently been like, Luke Skywalker's gay. Is Mark Hamill gay? Is he married? Let me see. Is Mark Hamill gay? I don't even know. If he's gay, then I can kind of like, yeah, he's married. Oh, look at this. This is crazy. So Mark Hamill is married to Mary Lou York. Why isn't it Mary Lou Hamill? They got married in 1978. They have 3 children. Look at this. Bosses. She don't even look like one of those she don't even look like one of those like Bill Gates's wife, where it looks like kind of like a man. Like she looks like a woman. She kind of has man hands a little bit. A little bit of man hands, but oh, that's a woman. I'm pretty sure that's a woman. They weren't always lookers back then. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure that's a woman. He's had 3 kids with that woman. So why is he going out there saying like, Luke Skywalker's gay, and he's all about this gay stuff? You know what I mean? Again, I shouldn't have to reiterate. I do. I have nothing against gay, trans, or anybody like that. I have a problem with the agenda behind it and Disney and big corporations. And I'd have a big problem if Disney was pushing whites. You know, as a white guy, I'd be like, "Dang, Disney, you're going overboard with the white power here. Can we like knock it off a little bit?" You know, I mean, why are no one else doing this? It is well, Hop, because white straight people have had the power all along, and now it's time for us to take the power. You lost. You lost the narrative. You lost the life. You lost it life if you feel that way. You've lost it life if you feel that another group of people that don't look like you or feel the same way you do about things are the reason that your life is bad. Because the reason I'm saying you lost, hear me out, is because you've put the blame on everybody else instead of yourself. And you have to start with yourself. You have to do everything you can in your own life before you start to blame others. And that's just a fact. But a lot of people want to start from the top down. No. I want to skip over all my flaws. And I want to just blame people who are pointing out who I am instead of working on myself. And that's where the whole DEI stuff came in and blah, blah, blah. And we've been over that tonight. And I just to remind you guys, I told you about that long ago. And now it's a thing. And you're like, maybe I did hear Hoff talk about that. Maybe I should listen to Hoff a little bit more. Love you guys. But here we go. But Mark Hamill, who is, I don't know who he is. This guy so people want to say Mark Hamill is a famous actor. He's not a famous actor. Luke Skywalker is a famous character. Mark Hamill's not Leo DiCaprio. He's not George Clooney. He's not Christian Bale. He's not Daniel Day-Lewis. He's not Jeff Bridges. He's not a great actor. Hell, he's not even a Matt Damon. And that's shooting low. You know, I wouldn't even call him a great actor, but I'm just saying in terms of like people who've won awards and stuff. Mark Hamill is now at the point where like, why does he even look like? What is he? Like, what is the hair? He looks just like he's just wasted. The bow ties, the hair is just like not there. It's like, who did your hair? Did you do your own hair? The bow tie's crooked. He's got to lean on the podium. And then it makes you think if he's abusing substances, which I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it makes you wonder if he is. It makes you wonder if he's been drinking, been hitting a little bit of the old hooch. And I'm not one to point fingers. But I've never had my pants fall down on Hoffcast.
They're here to celebrate tonight. For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely.
Lose yourselves. I love when he said lose yourselves the same moment his pants dropped. What the hell?
Vivid and stories so powerful.
Look at the panic.
That we lose ourselves in them completely. They create immersive cinematic landscapes that feel alive, whether they're set here in London.
Look, he's tucking them in. He's tucking them in. He's tucking them in.
And stories so powerful.
Look at the panic.
Powerful.
Bosses, we have to. Okay. If you're in it with me right now, you're in it. By the way, Cash 4, what's up, brother? How you doing from Gary, Indiana? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother.
That we're all gathered here to celebrate tonight. For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories.
And that's where they went down. That's where that right there. Did you see that? That's where they went down.
So powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely. It makes us love cinema so much that we're all gathered here to celebrate.
This is a sign from God. And you saw it in his eyes. God pulled his pants down because this guy's been acting a fool for so long. He's like, Mark Hamill, karma's here, buddy. And karma is like, gonna make him really, really embarrassed. Apparently, Leo DiCaprio was on the side of the stage, saw the whole thing. Hopefully, he wasn't going commando. If he was, well, then that's even worse.
Celebrate tonight. For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them.
So powerful that we lose them. Because God is so powerful that you lost your pants because of karma, baby.
Completely. They create immersive cinematic.
What just an
embarrassing to celebrate tonight. For me,
after everything this guy has said, then let me tell you, bosses. Tony can vouch for me on this. Tony Nasser. I have said so much crazy stuff to Mark Hamill on Twitter, X, that I was trying to get him to block me. And then I found out later he doesn't block anybody. I have to give Mark Hamill kudos for that. I think it's showing, though. I think the fact that he's not blocking people like me is causing him to maybe indulge a little bit in some extracurricular activities. And then next thing you know, I don't even know, like, why are your pants falling down? Like, you forget to button them?
We're all gathered here to celebrate tonight. For me, it's that films create.
Did you just get a blowjob from Harvey Weinstein back there? Well, I don't know.
Create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely.
Exactly, Jake. Who's under the podium? Probably Harvey, allegedly.
They create immersive cinematic landscapes.
Look at this. This is just, dude, this is Luke Skywalker. Hey, everybody watching right now, this is Luke Skywalker.
Whether they're set here in
losing
London,
his pants on live TV.
So what makes us love cinema so much that we're all
This is
gathered
Luke
here to
Skywalker.
celebrate tonight? For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful that we lose ourselves in them completely.
Lose yourself in the moment. Own it. My pants are freaking falling off. I used to play Luke Skywalker, and now I got karma. My pants are falling off. Lose your pants in the moment. Own it. What's... Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there's reality.
They create
there's my
immersive
pants
cinematic
easy.
landscapes that feel alive, whether they're set here in London or anywhere. So what makes us love cinema so?
Oh, man. How our heroes fall like their pants. Exactly, Cash Forward. Well, I mean, gravity has the force. Gravity has the force. Let's take a look at this. I wanted to watch this little vignette or
There
whatever.
was an award show in Britain called the BAFTAs because there aren't enough awards.
Jeez, dude. I can't wait for G.I. Jane 2.
Ceremonies for these celebrities to congratulate themselves, I guess. Look what they win. I wouldn't want that ugly thing on my bookshelf. Anyway, this award show was filled with your typical liberal nonsense.
Oh, I do want to just take a moment to
What is this? What is this? The Mask, Jim Carrey?
recognize the sex worker community.
And the BAFTAs featured one of the worst Trump in.
I wanted to recognize. That's a big thing that they're pushing now. Dude, this is the new liberal thing. Hold on, let's rewind.
Insults.
Sex worker community. I
Right
want
there.
to just take a moment to recognize the sex worker community.
That's a big thing that the liberals are now pushing. This is a new thing. This is a new thing where they're trying to make prostitution legal. And that's a big talking point. It's like you haven't fully completed the last tasks. So why are you going after new one? Oh, those failed. So let's you know who one of the last bastions for the Democrats are? The prostitutes. Who can we save off the streets? The prostitutes.
And the BAFTA show was filled with your typical liberal nonsense.
Hedonists.
Oh, I do want to just take a moment to recognize the sex worker community.
And the BAFTAs featured one of the worst Trump insults I've ever seen.
a film about incredible architecture. In fact, it's the boldest architecture in film this year, apart from Donald Trump's hair in The Apprentice.
You gotta be, dude, what? That joke's, what, 15 years old? Yeah.
Talking of villains.
Look at this. This is just embarrassing for everybody involved, except me right now. Actually, I'm a little bit embarrassed. Embarrassed on behalf.
And look who's absolutely loving it. That's right. It's Mark Hamill.
Dude, I wish that was the thumbnail for tonight's episode. Holy moly, that looks like a kid on the spectrum in the candy store.
When I think of Mark Hamill, I think of probably the most broken celebrity lost to Trump derangement syndrome. But other people know him from this movie series called Star Wars.
Dude, this video is so good. They might know him from this movie called Star Wars. And then they showed Jar Jar Binks.
He played a hermit loving it. That's right. It's Mark Hamill. When I think of Mark Hamill, I think of probably the most broken celebrity lost to Trump derangement syndrome. But other people know him from this movie series called Star Wars.
Like no one's ever heard of it. Star Wars. Dude, who is this? I got to subscribe to this channel. The DC Shorts. 1.48 million. They don't need my sub, but I'll still do it.
He played a hermit who lived on an island and drank milk from a weird space alien. Don't ask me, I don't watch this shit, but people actually like it, so I don't know. Anyway, Mark Hamill was later brought in as the esteemed person to announce the best film. And of course, he couldn't help but bring up Donald Trump. Seriously, this man is broken.
In troubling times, it is an honor to be like all of you in the business of escapism. I won't mention any other names.
But as he was giving his...
Dude, he was so close. He was so close to... He was so close to this. We're going to show it. My favorite video on the internet. We're going to show it. He was so close to this.
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
That's still my favorite video on the internet. Hands down, still my favorite video on the internet. I dare you to send me one that's better than that, bosses.
His speech, somehow his pants fell.
In the business of escapism. I won't mention any other names.
It was Trump. It was Donald Trump. That's what he wanted to do so bad. What are we doing out here? Like, I feel like there's a big fight between communists, Jews, and Nazis. I feel like there's a big fight going on out there between and technocrats, bosses. A big war. I don't think the world war has to do with us. I don't think it has to do with people who voted for Trump or people who voted for who? What was that woman's name? What was that woman's name who was running for president? The vice president for Biden. What was her name? I cannot remember her name right now. Who is the woman running for president? Freaking Kamala Harris. Holy crap, dude. I literally forgot her name already. Well, that's a telltale sign, is it not?
But as he was giving his speech, somehow his pants fell off.
So what makes us love cinema so much that we're all gathered here to celebrate tonight? For me, it's that films create worlds so vivid and stories so powerful.
The panic, I love it.
That we lose ourselves in them completely. They create immersive cinematic landscapes that feel alive, whether they're set here in London.
It's so good. It's just so
Anywhere.
good. This year feels so good, bosses. This year feels very good.
It is completely baffling. There's actually a solution for this.
This year feels very good. Man. Let me see what else. Let me get to the chat here for a minute. Yeah, Cash Ford says these people are cringe. 100%, man. It's like I kind of went over the new Captain America movie. Like, nobody cares, dude. Nobody cares. It's like Jurassic Park Newman. It's like, nah, nobody cares. No, literally. Like, and then the fact that nobody cares and it's losing money, it happens every time, dude. And they're like, well, it's racist, misogynist. And we're at the point where nobody cares about any of that. And dude, 2025 is starting to shape up to be pretty good because we're getting a lot of wins out here. And another one of those is like this one right here. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bosses. There's no taking me back to Star Wars or Marvel. I'm over it. Like, there's just no, I'm not going back to that stuff ever. I got too much else to do. I got too much else on my plate to ever go back and not go back and watch the old movies, but to like go back to being a fan like I used to be of these things. There's just no going back. And so the good news is, hey, look, Kathleen Kennedy, that crazy bitch, dare I say it, cunt, who ruined Star Wars and Indiana Jones is leaving. She's stepping down, much like Joy Reid. She's stepping down, much like Justin Trudeau is resigning. They're all stepping down, and I'm fine with it. Now, does that mean the future is going to be better for whatever comes next? No, of course not. It could be worse for all we know. It could be very worse. Much worse. But you want to see these people who are assholes get their due eventually. And, I don't really think they're getting their due, but they are getting fired and they won't have power anymore, which is kind of nice. I do like that. I don't like these people having any kind of power or whatever. Or being like, oh, I'm the one who did it. The Force is female. The Force doesn't have a sex, you dumb fucking cunt. You're just putting yourself into things. The Force doesn't have a vagina. And then I never saw the Acolyte. Apparently they tried to make it like that. Of course they did. They're so into themselves that they can't tell a story. It's all about, I got to express me, who I am. And that's where Mark Hamill's at now. That's why his pants fell down. He's got to express who he is. And you know what I have to say about all this, bosses?
It's a damn shame.
What the world's gotten to. People like me. People like you. By the way, if you're watching right now, I really do appreciate you. And make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the like button. The like button, I do appreciate that more than you know. I seriously do. I like this video a lot. I like this one. Trump embarrasses the governor of Maine to her face and threatens her to obey federal laws banning men from women's sports. And like I said, tonight we had a bunch of allegedly trans people marching down Columbus. It's like, dude, I'm not telling you to stop protesting, but stop wasting your time. Like, what are you're marching for like not a lost cause. I mean, it's a cause. It's a fair cause, but you're marching for the wrong people. All right? You don't understand.
The NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Are you not going to comply with it? I'm complying with state and federal laws. We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
Yep.
Every state. Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Can you imagine? First and foremost, can you? I like that Trump did that. I like a strong president rather than one who just like doesn't answer questions and then smirks and walks off. But can you imagine just the current lawsuits that Trump has against him? Just the ones right now have to be insane, let alone all of them throughout time. How many times has this guy like come ahead and he's president? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? I voted for Trump, by the way. So I'm not like is he just really finding loopholes? Is it all BS, you know? But I'd like to know the extent of his excuse me, bosses, his list of lawsuits. I'm in student debt and I'm like scared. You know, I've been in student debt for years, decades. And I'm like, well, how's this guy get through it? You just plow through? You just say, yeah, I'm going to see you. I'll see you back. I mean, if that's the way to go, then I think that's the right attitude. Am I wrong? Yeah, you caused me harm. I'll see you back. I'll see you. And that's what it's all about, suing people, right? That used to be a big part of this nation was suing. There were a lot of lawsuits like my chicken McNuggets were too hot, burned my baby in the back seat of my car because who knows how that happens. I gave my baby in the back seat a pack of chicken nuggets and it burned my baby's legs. You remember that lawsuit? Or McDonald's made me fat. I said, well, what, dude, are we just... I kind of have to have a little bit of empathy for the corporations at this point because these are just retarded people who don't know how to live. If your baby's getting burnt with chicken nuggets, that's not McDonald's fault. They fry chicken nuggets in the hot grease or whatever. I don't know how they cook them. I never worked there, but I've worked at many fast food restaurants, so don't think I'm like above that. It's never worked at McDonald's, but we'd fry food in hot grease. They cook hot coffee, you know, and people, they're like, hey, let me just toss this box of chicken nuggets back in the back seat with my kid and not pay attention to it and just let it burn my kid. You know, like, people are like, hey, well, I got diabetes from the bad food and everything. Well, thank goodness RFK Jr. is coming around. He's going to solve it all. But seriously, like, when does it come to the point where the user, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I mess up on my computer. It's a user error. And I think a lot of things that we're seeing in society are user errors, being like, you just don't know how to participate as a person, or you don't have any responsibility, or you have no, I don't know, what you can't see far enough in front of your nose to see what's coming past it. Or the worst possible scenario is you're willing to toss hot chicken nuggets into your baby's lap for a lawsuit. Now, isn't that America? Ain't that America? Fuck that baby. Burn it. Get me some money. We'll pay for the damages later on the baby. I'm kidding, by the way, bosses. I'm obviously this is satire and joking. It makes it less funny when I say that, but I have to because of the platform I'm on, clearly. But yeah, I mean, this is where we're at. We need to stop blaming Trump, Elon Musk, Biden. I mean, we can always blame them. That's always the scapegoat. And of course, they do cause us a lot of problems, the government. But when is it time for us to take accountability for user error for the dumb shit we do? You know? Because we do a lot of dumb shit, boss. Myself included. We do a lot of dumb shit. Cheers to that. Just promise me, if you're watching right now, you will never toss hot chicken McNuggets into your baby's lap in the back seat in order to get a lawsuit against McDonald's. Just please, if you're watching right now, just please promise me you'll never do that. Because we're above that, bosses. We are above that here at Hoffcast. We are above that. Let me get to the chat for a second here. Jake says, my mom is on the side of Trump with the illegals and trans sports debate. Finally, a shred of sanity. And she's super boomerized liberal. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of liberal people, especially older ones like my parents, they had a real wake-up call. And not even a wake-up call. It's just a shock to their system. It wasn't even a wake-up. It's just a shock to their system when they found out that, what was her name? The lady who ran for president with Trump against Trump, Kamala, and whatever, Camel Toe. They were amazed that she lost every state. That was a swing state, and they were like, "How did this happen?" Well, they got a little bit of their own medicine whenever, all the ballots were dropped at 4 a.m. back in 2019. You know. They're like, well, how did this happen? You ever seen that graph though? The graph is different. Like the vote amount was way different. I wish I could find that graph. I doubt I could right now. It's probably banned from the internet. But basically it showed the amount of votes Biden had compared to, what was that woman's name who was always drunk and claiming she was black, who was running for president? What was her name? Her name's Kamala. What's her last name? I don't remember. I don't remember her last name. Kamala something. I don't even think I'm pronouncing her first name right. And see what we're going on with. Let's just, I'm eating those nuts. Jake Carr says, I say give the trans athletes their own divisions. People will pay to watch that and get them some sponsors, endorsements, and fan base. The thing is, that's going to be less successful than the WNBA. Jake. The WNBA is already like McDonald's is trying to make meals and nobody cares. Nobody even knows. And trying to do it might be fun, actually. If you're willing, if you sign a waiver, that's more fair. I agree with that, actually. But in terms of monetary gain, that's not what they're looking for, Jake, just to be honest. They're not, these corporations and the ones that sponsor things, they don't care about trans people. They don't care about gay people. They don't care about black people. They don't care about white people. They care about money. And the WNBA is failing. And for some reason, they're still trying to prop that thing up. There's some kind of thing in that, in which we might see that fail pretty soon. We might see the WNBA go down before too long this year. I mean, with the way everything else is going. I mean, Joy Reid just went out of a job. There's a couple other people. Rachel Maddow's next. And then after that, the WNBA. But the transport, it's never going to happen. It'd be like the XFL, and Bon Jovi would have to buy it. I mean, it'd be like something on TNT. I would watch it. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, what kind of ads would there be for that? I mean, I think just all ads of just Dylan Mulvaney. And Bud Light ads with Dylan Mulvaney during trans football. The TFL, Trans Football League. This show started out slow and it's become something. I'll say that. What is this here? Oh, yeah, we've seen enough of this, right? I truly don't understand liberal women. They don't understand themselves. First of all, the woman already made her hair green. What is bosses? What is wrong with just liking who you are, without having to put a bunch of effort into making yourself look different? I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Coming from Hoff here, is all yadded up with tattoos. I'm not. I don't have any tattoos or piercings. I've never had a single tattoo or piercing in my life. And if I guarantee that 100% of my audience does or has had piercings or tattoos. And so I'm not trying to insult anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. It's just not for me. But there comes to a point where it's like you start relying on your outward appearance to dictate who you are as a person. And this is what first, I mean, some women do this. I'd say majority, but liberal women 100% of the time do this. And they're like, I gotta be ugly. That's a big thing. What I learned recently, you know why a lot of women have the nose ring, look like a bull? It's because they want to be unattractive to men. There's a lot of liberal women out there that hate men so much they want to be unattractive to men. And I said, go for it. I say if you're a Nazi, wave a Nazi flag so I know who you are. I say if you're a poison frog, be really bright green or orange. Let me know who you are. Let's not take this away from these people. Let them be that so I know to steer clear. But I mean, this lady's kind of a good-looking lady. She kind of looks like kind of a movie star. Look a little bit like Marissa Tomei, a little bit. My cousin Vinny. And it's just like, I'm not saying your hair makes you beautiful, but I'm saying the point of destroying your looks for a reason is pretty ugly, I mean, definitely she looks better with the shaved head than the green hair. I'd say the green hair is just not good. It looks look. You've been in a chlorine pool for too long. Someone piss in the chlorine pool. Definitely looks better without the green hair. I'll give it to her. She looks better like that than with the green hair. But I still don't get the whole freaking the shaving to look unattractive. Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what the whole thing is. You could be putting out signs out there. You don't even know what you're putting out. Like I said earlier in the show. Let me get to a couple comments here. I'm going to wrap this up for too long. I'll put a link in there for the chat if anyone does want to come by. If like Laszlo or Jake or anyone else who's watching right now wants to come by and hang out with me for a bit, I'd be open to it. If not, all good too. But I'll get to the chat first. Maybe do like one more subject tonight. I don't really think I have a lot more subjects tonight. I think maybe just one more video would be fun. I want to thank y'all for being here after what a crazy, horrible beginning of the show it was. It was a horrible start to the show. I feel bad for anyone who goes back and watches the start of this show. I was in misery. I was like, man, nobody loves me. But anyways, you remind me of the babe with the power of voodoo. You do what? Remind me of the babe. That's a little bit of David Bowie from Labyrinth. David Bowie also played Philip Jeffries in a show called Twin Peaks that was directed by David Lynch. And one of his most famous phrases from that show was, "We're not going to talk about Judy." In fact, we're not going to talk about Judy at all. And you know what? We've talked about Judy tonight. You know? Yeah, Laszlo, I love you too, man. Cheers to you, brother. Laszlo says, it's so gross. I hate seeing such a beautiful physical specimen like this go to toe. Well, I mean, that's more like on the realm of like leaning towards like women are objects, and he treats objects like women, man. If you can name that quote without Googling it, we're friends. Yeah, man, I think it's I think I've given enough people a hard time tonight. I've spoken a lot. There's one person I just really wanted to call out real quick. You're right, Jake. Absolutely, Judge Judy is Judy. You're 100% right on that. 110% right. Correct. We're not going to talk about Judy at all. But I have a real problem with this guy, man, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's no one I know personally online. Actually, I want to bring it up. I want to bring it up just so no one ever thinks that like I look at this guy like someone I like. Because me and him are like, we're kind of similar, but we're not the same. Look at these people joining in here. Spring Hill Mac, what's up? Big Lebas. Yeah, we're friends. Yes. Winner, chicken dinner. There you go, buddy. Hell yes. Let me get you a little prize.
Hell yes.
It's been a long day and I hate the fucking Eagles, man. Trust him, make him what's up. He goes, fix your hat and brim, get off my lawn, damn hippie. Hennessy says, a great show tonight. Even the beginning was great. Oh, I appreciate that. The Hofsters approve. I appreciate that. I didn't, sometimes like, I know, like, I don't have a set schedule. And like, when I show up and I do a show and then like, not a lot of people watch, I'm like, am I just like, what am I doing it all for? You know what I mean? And then I get into it and people are watching, and a lot of people are watching right now. And I thank every single one of you. But I get real paranoid and I get real hard on myself sometimes. Hard on. But I know if I stick it out and I keep doing things will go well. And I just like, I'm just glad to be here, man. I'm just glad to be here. I have a lot of fun doing the show. I think this cat farted in my lap. But so thanks, man. Watch again. Oh yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate Treston. What was gonna look up there a second ago? Oh yeah, this is a person I have a problem with, by the way. I want to make it clear that the only reason I'm showing this, I don't want to like rant on this guy. I just want to be clear that I'm not trying to be this guy, and I hate this guy. I despise him. Spring Home Max says, wants to know how the cat's doing. Absolutely fine. Right here. He's glued to me. Little Dale. Oh, look at that. He's a good boy. He's like liquid. He's like liquid. But he's glued to me 24/7. He'll run off and do something. He'll just jump right back in my lap. Go in the bathroom. He's right there, but he's doing good. His ears are healing. And he's getting a little bit more bold and brash around here. He's like, is that cabinet open? Let me see what's in there. Can I eat it? You know, and he's well fed, obviously, but yeah, I wanted to make this clear tonight, bosses, because I found out recently, not just recently, I have a hatred for somebody. I have like an actual hatred for somebody. It's not a politician. Oh, he's very happy. He's very happy. Old Dale Pringles, Mr. Pringlesworth. I have a hatred for somebody, bosses. I have to tell you guys about this. I have to. This is my last thing for tonight before put a link out there or anything. I can understand how it would come off like this person. I do. And I saw this guy, and at first I was like, oh, this guy's like me. And some people, I think one time someone even said I was like trying to copy this guy. I'm not. I can't stand him. I cannot fucking stand the guy. I want to tell you about this. This guy right here, this red bar guy.
When two guns shoot each other. There's been so many amazing things.
This guy is the most insufferable piece of shit I've ever seen. Hands down. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched his show. I can't stand the way he talks. I can't stand the way he acts. I can't stand his arrogance. I can't stand the way he uses fucking soundboards every 3 seconds. He'll do a stupid little sound effect. I know, every now and then I like to go, you know,
Bitches leave.
but imagine how annoying that would be if I did it every 20 seconds. And I'm sure this guy's famous. Slightly, not famous, but somewhat famous. And I just wanted to get clear that I have no affiliation, no association, no inspiration from this motherfucker at all. In fact, he gives me a bad name. I want nothing to do with this guy. I think he's the scum of the earth. I think he is the worst part of entertainment or YouTube or criticism or anything. I'd rather watch a reaction video for a music video from some granny I don't freaking know than watch this guy just wallow in his own fucking filth. Because that's all he is. I fucking hate this guy so much. And I don't like to use the word hate, but I seriously fucking hate this guy. I think he's the worst thing about the internet. And literally, there's nothing worse than just a smug piece of shit like this. Literally nothing. Who is so not aware about who he is. I'm aware, bosses. I know I'm an idiot. I know I sound like Gilbert Gottfried. I have no arrogance about me. This guy has an arrogance about him that just makes me grind my teeth. And dude, he's also been a real problem. He's made a lot of bad things. He's said a lot of bad things, personal things about people, who I respect and who I do look up to. Yeah, never heard of him. Good. I'm glad you guys have never heard of this guy.
That have happened.
But this guy, basically all he does is he goes and his whole show is him drinking whiskey and being annoying and lying about people. That's all he does.
With the listeners, we try not to encourage them because we don't want to be the ones telling you to go out and cause trouble.
See?
However,
look at this son of a bitch. And we don't want to be the ones telling you to go out and cause trouble. What a fucking piece of shit. Fuck this red box. Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy to hell. I can't be any clearer about it. I cannot be. I would love to talk to this guy. I would love to be on his show and talk to him. Would love. But the thing is, he's a coward. He won't talk to anybody. He'll ban people. And as soon as you like say something about him, he'll cower and then he'll just like dox you. He's the worst piece of shit that really is on the internet. And I can't, like, you can make fun of people, you know, like people who like say that, like, there's a lot of people online you can make fun of, like Boogie 20, whatever, you know, the big guy who really just ruins his life. That he's his own worst enemy. No, this guy is a literal piece of shit. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to be like this guy or that I look up to him or admire him at all. I'm not. Just because we have similar styles, we wear sunglasses, we have nice hair, and we drink, does not make us anything alike at all. And I don't want to ever be associated with this piece of shit.
We're kind of telling you to go out and cause trouble when stuff like this happens.
No, don't. I will never say that on Hoffcast. I will never, ever, ever say to go out and cause problems. This guy's a piece of shit.
This was from
I'm not even going to show him anymore. I would never, ever do that. Ever, ever, ever. That's the difference between me and him. I say be a peaceful person out there. Now that guy, dude, I can't stand that motherfucker at all. Just cannot stand him. I don't like people who are actively out to hurt other people. I think that ruins life, man. You know what I mean? I think that not only ruins other people's lives, but it ruins your life because you're not living for yourself. You're living to hurt other people. You take joy in other people's failures or lying about other people. I don't abide by those rules. I follow God. I'm not here to preach, but I mean, I don't understand why anyone would want to do those sorts of things. You know, like my whole life, my entire existence is to put other people down. No, Hoff doesn't punch down. Hoff punches up, buddy. Hoff punches up. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight, by the way. Speaking of punching up, we'll watch one more video here tonight. But that red bar guy, dude. Again, let's. I didn't get to show you guys enough of like how bad of a guy this. I can't show this guy. I really can't. I mean, he's on YouTube. He's so insufferable. Did you look at comments for this guy and they're like, Red Bar is the man. He's taking everybody down. He is the revolution. It's like, no, this guy's just a piece of shit. There's a no, and you're all pieces of shit if you think that. You're all on Reddit. You're probably Reddit moderators if you think this guy is good. Seriously. Like, and I'm all about tearing down the system. I'm all about like, you know, like laughing and pointing and laughing at how bad things are when it comes. But this guy's going about it the wrong way. Completely the wrong way.
This is a Jewish wedding. This is how he danced at a Jewish wedding.
That's kind of funny, actually. What is going on there? How much cocaine needs to be done? Anyways, Kronos, what's up? He says, who is this? I'm so glad that none of you guys have ever heard of him. Glad you're here, Kronos. I'm so glad that none of you guys have ever heard of Red Bar because I've had people compare me. Like, whenever I put out a video that's like a clip of the show or something like that, and I wear the glasses and, you know, they're like, oh, you Red Bar. I'm like, no, I'm not Red Bar. I'm not trying to be Red Bar. I don't want to be associated or affiliated or anything like that with him. I can't stand him. I thought that was a pretty funny joke about dancing at the Jewish wedding, though. That wasn't bad, but yeah. Laza says, don't even know why. I just don't like him. You know why? Because it, like I said earlier, we talked about this earlier in the show with the Shel Silverstein. When someone thinks bad thoughts all the time, day after day, week after week, year after year, it shows through them. When you have good thoughts, no matter if you're ugly, it'll shine through you. And hopefully that's going on with me, man. Hopefully, like, even if I got weird teeth and whatnot, Hopefully my good positive attitude is shining through. Outlaw Bill, what's up, brother? How you doing? Mr. Mackey, my whole life goal is to become. What's up, Mr. Mackey? My whole life goes to become more than what I currently am. I think that's a great goal, and I think that's where I'm at too, man. I appreciate the invite, brother. Is that like a Discord or something? Chris says Jewish weddings. Funny. She doesn't look Jewish. Yep. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. Spaceballs. The ship is too big. If I walk, the movie would be over. But anyways, bosses, this is the last thing I have for tonight. I'm about to put a link up in for anyone who wants to come by, and if you do want to hang out with me for a bit. But I thought this was kind of important to look at. So we all know Hollywood is failing. Nobody wants to see any Hollywood movies anymore. Nobody wants Captain America, Black Captain America without Captain America, Steve Rogers. Nobody wants Black Captain America, period. People want black superheroes, but nobody wants Black Captain America. Is that fair? I want Luke Cage. I want Blade. I want black superheroes. But do I want Black Tony Stark? No. Do I want white Blade? No. Do I want Asian Thor? Fuck no. Let's just stay in our realms. We don't want Black Mermaid, Black Little Mermaid. We don't want dirty Snow White. Dirty Snow. We don't want that. It's just like, stick to your guns. Why do we gotta invert everything all the time? Oh yeah, because that's what Satanism is. That's what the Baphomet is. That's what is as above, so below. That's what it's all about. Also, they're out of original ideas. I think that's pretty clear. But Mega Maid. Dun, 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 dun. She's gone from suck to blow. Spaceballs, I can quote that whole movie. We ain't found shit. But I do have to wrap this up for too long. I'm not wrap it up, but at least have some guests on, because I have to go to the restroom. In fact, actually, I'm going to take a short break here while this video plays, and then we'll come back and we'll wrap it up. So look who's back. Everyone's favorite Hollywood superstar, Kevin Spacey. And it's not like he's ever done anything weird in the past, right? I didn't know that Guy Pearce was gay. Guy Pearce, who was in Iron Man 3 as the Mandarin, white guy with tattoos as the Mandarin, because the director of Iron Man 3 didn't want to do any stereotypes about Asian people. So he made a white guy with tribal dragon tattoos into the Mandarin. No, I can't make sense of this at all. I cannot make sense of this. But here we are, bosses. Guy Pearce, and then apparently, so Kevin Spacey was into the guy. So Mr. Mac, if you're heading out, you too, buddy. If not, I mean, stick around. I'll be chilling after the show as well. But yeah, Craig, we ain't found shit. Comb the desert. But anyways, I'll be right back, and then we'll wrap this thing up. But I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. It's been a wacky show for sure. But I'll be right back. Enjoy everyone's favorite Hollywood superstar, Kevin Spacey, as he tells you some even crazier stuff than he has before.
Pierce, I've now read the comments that you made about me, and while I would have preferred not to have to play this out in the media, you obviously have your own reasons for wanting to do exactly that. But we worked together a long time ago. If I did something then that upset you, you could have reached out to me. We could have had that conversation. But instead, you've decided to speak to the press, who are now, of course, coming after me because they would like to know what my response is to the things that you said. You really want to know what my response is? Grow up. Did you also, by the way, tell the press that a year after we shot LA Confidential, you flew to Savannah, Georgia, while I was shooting Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil just to spend time with me? I mean, did you tell the press that too? Or does that not fit into the victim narrative you have going? So anyway, I apologize that I didn't get the message that you don't like spending time with me. I mean, maybe there was another reason, I don't know. But that doesn't make any sense that you would have just been leading me on, right? But here you are now on a mission some 28 years later, after I've been through hell and back, to do what? Just in time to stop the bad guy? Huh? Is that what's going on here? What took you so long? Did your horse run out of gas? I mean, you want to have a conversation? I'm happy to do so anytime, any place. We can even do it here live on X if you like. I've got nothing to hide. But Guy, you need to grow up. You are not a victim.
So Kevin Spacey is now like this Hollywood kingpin who has so much shit on him that he's like constantly going online and threatening people. He's already been convicted of so many things. Like everyone knows Kevin Spacey's a piece of shit. I don't know why he has any right to. I don't know why this guy's not in jail. Why is this motherfucker not in jail? And then he goes out and he says shit like this. I don't care if Guy Pearce is gay or not. It's none of my business. We all know that Kevin Spacey's gay. That's fine. But we all know that Hollywood people like him and Harvey Weinstein are also predators, allegedly. Well, I mean, no, I mean, Harvey Weinstein, not even allegedly. Hey. Cat got in the fridge. But anyways, so... So literally, this is all literally like, this isn't Kevin Spacey. Let me tell you something. This is not Kevin Spacey saying his piece or his part. This is Kevin Spacey threatening. That's what it is. And can we not, I mean, let's not forget what happened, a few years back with the crazy, Kevin Spacey video. I mean, this is wild. The Christmas Eve video, bro. This one was weird, right? Can we find the full thing? Oh yeah, this is it. Let me tell you something. These people are freaking crazy, dude. They don't live in the same world as me and you. So let me be Frank, because he's in reference to like his character Frank from House of Cards, which I only saw like 2 episodes. I don't watch movies with pedophiles. That's why I stopped watching a lot of media. I pretty much don't watch movies anymore. If you're asking why Hoff hasn't seen the last like 10 movies that came out, it's because I don't like to watch movies that involve Scientologists or pedophiles or Nazis or Jewish doctors. You know what I'm saying? That's what they all are. And every time you go and see one of those movies and you give them money, you're funding that. I'm sorry to tell you. It's people like this. It's just the fact that Kevin Spacey got called out. Look at this psycho motherfucker.
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong. It's too powerful.
Let me tell you something. If you're not familiar with this video, this is not a clip from House of Cards. This is a clip that Kevin Spacey recorded himself after allegations of bad things.
I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I.
This
I
is
told
not
you
fiction.
my deepest, darkest
But he's trying to play the character.
Secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want.
Dude, this is beyond anything that we can even comprehend as citizens like me who work everyday jobs. The fact that this guy is using an old character that he had on a Netflix show to fight allegations of rape. And his own YouTube video is something none of us will ever do. That cat's way up there. That cat's really, I mean, hey, Dale, get down. Dale, you son of a bitch. Causing problems. That cat's learning to jump. I had to take him down off the fridge. Afraid he's gonna fall off there. But anyways, he's fine. He's right there. These people are just disgusting, man. And the fact that like Hollywood is gonna fall. All right, it's a matter of time. We've seen it already. These movies aren't doing anything, and I question every time one of these Marvel movies or Disney movies come out and they lose a shit ton of money. I'm like, well, where's this? Where's it coming from? Where's this money coming from? Where's it going? Where's it coming from? Does the money even matter? Walt Disney, if you didn't know, he worked with Nazis, allegedly. I mean, that's not even allegedly, but he did. Werner von Braun helped create NASA and the first images of Earth from space, allegedly. And then, you know, we get the Universal movie logo. Then people all start thinking certain things. Karen says cats are jerks, but nah, well, some cats might be. My cat's not a jerk. He's just like, he just wants to jump around. But anyways, I think that's it for the show. People are dipping out. I'm dipping out. I will put the invite in for like 3 minutes. If you don't come by, and if you don't come by the show in the next 3 minutes, I'm dipping out. Like I'm dipping. So I don't know why everyone else is dipping. It's just like all at once. But you got like, if you want to come by, I will stay live for a minute. If you're like Treston or Laszlo or anyone, Mr. Mackey, anyone else to come by. But you got like 3 to 5 minutes, and that's it. Backstage, if you want to be backstage, that's cool too. But yeah, that's about all I got left in me. This has been a weird show tonight. A very weird show. We went from very slow to I don't know what the hell I'm doing to still. I have no idea why anything happens. That cat's all over, man. I gotta get some like some catnip. Like really running around. Laszlo will come by, bud. You want to come by live or backstage? Because you got 3. I'm giving it till I'm giving 3 minutes on that. If you want to come by live, I will chat with you live if anyone wants to come by for a few minutes. If not, we'll take it backstage. But I do want to thank everyone for being here. While we are here, let's see what else is going on. See if we can find something else fun. We did cover a lot tonight, bosses. Something we didn't cover, man, is like the planes. I think that should be a whole episode. There's some weird things going on with planes, and I don't even know if I'm sure what it is at this point. And this cat is like, I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. What the? How are the? You gotta stop getting up there. He's getting on top of my fridge. There's nothing on top of the damn fridge. And he's just knocking shit over. There's nothing up there. There's nothing on the fridge. There's no food or nothing up there. You gotta stop with that, bro. He's getting too strong. When I first got him, I took him in from the cold. He was weak. He could barely jump on my lap. Now this guy's like a freaking parkour master. Dale's a damn parkour master. Speaking of that, dude, let me tell you guys something. Some big news coming up this next week. You guys probably know I'm a big fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and I guess the new Tony Hawk's game is coming out soon. If you're getting back on the other fridge, I want to give you a bunch of treats. But now, stay down here. There's going to be a new Tony Hawk game coming out. Not new, but it's going to be a remaster of 3 and 4. And the remaster of 1 and 2 was amazing. So between iRacing and Tony Hawk in the next week, you guys might not see me for a month. I don't know. I haven't written any music. I've written music, but I haven't recorded any. A lot going on right now in my life, but I'm having fun. Having a lot of fun in life. My life is good. My life rips, bosses, and I can't really complain too much. Let me show a quick clip here. I don't think anyone will care if I show this one. I'm pretty sure I've shown this one before, but I don't think anyone cares about this. You get worried about like strikes and whatnot. I don't think anyone's gonna care about this one.
Golf thing is a bad idea. I mean, I didn't bring my sticks. I had the right clothes. The pro shop will fix you out. Oh, I didn't bring my wallet and my other pants. It was a nice. It's on me, buddy. Come on.
Love and life.
Love and life. Love and life. Love and life. Laugh and sing and say love and life.
I look like Fat Albert.
You know, there's a striking resemblance.
That's true. Good for you. Off left you short. Not to have some fun. That's true, man. You gotta have fun, dude. Crane says, "Oh crap, what's his name?" That's Phil Hartman. He was Troy McClure. Hello, I'm Troy McClure. Anyways, it looks like no one's gonna come hang out with me live, and that's cool. I mean, I'm used to being stood up. That's fine, bosses. I'm used to being stood up. It's all right. But I guess we're gonna end the show, and I want to thank you guys for being here. If you want to be backstage, I guess I'll give you 3 more minutes, and that's it. I'm dipping. I'm gonna go iRacing if you're not here around for that. Seriously, I ain't got time for you. If you want to hang out, I do have time for you. If you don't, well, then I'm going iRacing, and I'm going to kick some ass because it's what I do. And I'm going to be the greatest. I'm going to be the next Dale Earnhardt Jr. of iRacing. I'll be Jeff Gordon Jr. And I will be Mario Andretti mixed with King Petty Richard. And then I will mix it in with a little bit of Kyle Petty and some Harry Gant. And then put me in with a little bit of Dick Trickle and some Cole Trickle. Okay? And I'm going to be running that number 24 car straight to the wall. Right with Tony Stewart killing somebody with his back tires. So you know, tell me you want to go with me? Let's meet me on the track, mother effers. Meet me in iRacing. We'll do it. Hey, I'm seriously. Crazy show tonight. I appreciate you guys, bosses. Laszlo, I don't think he wants to be live. Yeah, backstage. He wants to be backstage. So I do want to say thank you guys. Fun show. I'll probably be here on Sunday. Probably, most likely Sunday, unless I have another headache. But hopefully we're getting out of this whole crazy, nasty, cold winter. Like I said, I've been littering as much as I can with styrofoam. Burning it. Just trashing things as much as I can. Throwing stuff into rivers and streams. Plastics. So I can hopefully enhance the temperature of the planet enough for me to survive Ohio winters. So that's the goal. We're not quite there yet, but we're almost out of this bad winter. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Hoff signing off. See you soon.